going to be great. I'm very excited for that. The racing and that was so good all day, and I was kind of hoping for a little bit tighter at the end, but it was Walker put in a phenomenal charge throughout that entire main event.
You want to talk about some Mission Super Twins now? Some more history can be made there. What do you got?
Well, we've got Briar Bauman going for 6 in a row, Scotty. Hasn't been done since
1993.
What's that, 23 years ago?
33 years
33
ago.
years ago?
That's when my daughter was born.
Yeah.
That was the magical year for Ricky Graham. Also, right now, they're both from Salinas, California. They both run number 3, but Ricky also and Briar are tied with 39 Grand National wins, tied for 5th right now. So if Briar wins today, he will move to 5th all-time by himself.
It's crazy how those things align, all of those different storylines. Briar and Ricky, both Salinas, number 3.
Exactly. Let's take a look at some of the action from last night. You see a little bit of smoke on the bottom of the 12 bike. Right off the line.
That was a crazy start there. Dallas Daniels was talking about how he kind of got moved over from where he wanted to be, a weird rut. Ended up shooting him sideways.
Briar just got out in front in main event number 3. Davis Fisher had a great night last night on the 67.
And it didn't take long before we lost the 12 out of our sight in this one.
And Briar going to win, and of course, that's not the way he wanted to win. And he takes the promoter, Jared Meese, for the victory lap. How cool is that? Look, neither one of them are using the foot pegs. But last night, the track was a little bit different. I think they've got it torn up and really deep here for today.
Yeah, we had a lot more concerns yesterday for weather. We really, if you're not in the area watching a flow and you didn't look at what was going on in Lima, we had very serious concerns. I mean, there was a lot of people that didn't think that we were going to get it in, but we were able to do it yesterday. And, man, what a bang-up job the crew did with how fast we went through that show.
Looks like they're working on one particular spot over here in the middle of turns 3 and 4. So when that is ready to go, we're scheduled to be on the racetrack any moment now. Again, 2 classes tonight, both of our premier classes, Mission Super Twins and the Kicker AFT singles class.
And I think we could have some different results. You know, we always see the top of the classes towards the front, but the way that the track is tonight, I believe it's going to end up being a lot deeper. They've dug it up more with the less concerns of weather going on, so the track should hold a little bit more moisture. In those final main events, it did start to get a little bit brushed off and dry.
And we added 2 riders in the Super Twins class. Jeffrey Carver Jr. is on board a Harley-Davidson. He's sponsored by Roof Systems, Ben Evans, Mission Foods, Underground Suspension, Happy Trails Racing, Pro Plates, and Jim Stump. So you add that one. You also add Dan Bromley, who is here in attendance that was not here last night. Looking at the weather, it is cloudy, a high of 77, a low of 64, and there's about 80% humidity out there. It is thick. A little bit of moisture is coming down just a little while ago while we were here and messed up your hair a little bit.
Is that enough humidity to walk out and need a shower?
Well, it's the corn sweat is why it's humid.
Stop with the corn sweat.
Have you look it up? Look it up.
In Illinois, I tell you if it's humid or not by if I walk outside and I got to go back in and shower. No, if I got to shower or not.
Oh, your hair doesn't get curly in the humidity?
My hair's short. Cut it short. Summertime.
Let me see. Yeah, where is the rest of your hair at? You used to have long, flowing red
Donated
locks.
at Wigs for Kids. If anyone has long hair and they want to help out, Wigs for Kids.
Wigs for Kids is good. Locks of Love is where my daughter used to donate her hair to. Yeah. How is your wife and everything going on?
She's got a 12-pack of Krispy Kremes. She's doing good.
She's good? She's watching.
Yeah, if I had a 12-pack of Krispy Kremes,
so there are people actually all the way around the fence, especially in the pit area, so the mechanics usually go up right against the edge. Are you ready? All right, so we were talking about the people in the pit area. One of the favorite guys in the pit area is the owner of the Turner Honda team. Erica Allreed is the 3rd member of our crew, and she's caught up with the stud himself, Mike Turner. Erica, how's it going?
It's going great, Scotty. Thank you so much. Like you said, joining me is Mike Turner. Mike, we were kind of chatting about your day yesterday, and you said it brought you guys all those sorts of highs and lows.
Yeah, we were in the heat races. Thought we had something, and then we get to the mains, and typical Lima. You may not have all that you thought you had. So still a good day, though. Walker did really well, got his first podium, which is great. Kate struggled a little bit in the main event, but we'll come back today and get right back after and see if we love Lima again.
And what can we expect from the Turner Racing tent here today?
Same thing, just, hammer down. Let's turn that throttle. The track looks great, looks deep, so it should be even faster today. So same stuff. Let's just get after it.
We look forward to seeing the boys out there. Best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
That was Mike Turner, owner of the Turner Honda team, and Erica Allreed, who's the 3rd member of our crew. It's our first weekend with us in American Flat Track. I thought she did a great job yesterday.
Yeah, she did a great job, and she's getting to witness one of the best races. And she was in here in the booth watching with us for quite a while, and then she actually went down there, boots on the ground, and saw the action
and then
in person.
her eyes open up like this. Yeah.
No, it's something. It's
there's
like nothing else.
There's nothing like being here at Lima, but it goes through all of our races. They're going so much faster than it looks like on flow or on TV.
Absolutely.
Why is this track one that you would consider suiting up, maybe losing about 5 of the pounds that you got your baby weight and going back out there? Why is this one of the tracks you would do that?
Besides all those shenanigans you just said, it's just so fun because this is a real rider's racetrack. A lot of the times we'll go to places and sometimes you have to get very creative or wait for somebody to make a mistake to pass them. Here at Lima, you just figure it out. You go high, you go low, and you can ride anywhere on the racetrack, especially when you get on a twin because then you got 95 horsepower between your legs, so you can go all the way up and turn it down.
How about this? The 2 riders that have 78 Grand National wins apiece are out there with shovels and rakes in turn 3 and 4, Chris Carr and Jared Meese. They're throwing shovels and dirts around. We put the champs to work.
They got to in this sport.
That's right. They're out there working down there in turn 3 and 4. Looks like there must be a little bit of a wet spot. Midway's wide open. We just made our way through there. You got one lemonade. We're going to get pizza later.
Pickle pizza.
Pickle pizza? What's wrong with regular pizza?
Pickle pizza is really good.
The American Flat Track Clothing Company is there. Stop by and see them. And then the event shirt is right up by the grandstands. Jared Meese Promotions bring their own T-shirt booth here to our races here at Lima.
Got a beautiful weather. I mean, we talked about the weather report, but look at the skies. When we talk about a perfect day to go racing, this is it. Overcast, cool 70-degree weather.
Yeah, it's going to be perfect as soon as we get out there on the racetrack. Again, Drag Specialties, the people behind We Support the Sport, welcome you to the Lima Half Mile. We are proud to join with race fans everywhere in working to ensure that our sport gets bigger and more exciting each season. And you, too, can support the sport by visiting your local dealer who stocks products from Drag Specialties. They've got the very best in high-performance parts and accessories, and they support network in the business. Drag Specialties, We Support the Sport. Man, that was a lot.
You're good.
You're reading the next one.
It's like you're on the radio.
Man, I got a face for radio. That's what my dad said.
So, Bodie Page, let's talk about him for a little bit because I kind of gave Walker Porter a lot of the hype there in the beginning. But how about him coming out the debut race, able to get it done? He's got Kyle Johnson on the wrenches back there helping out. Kyle Johnson's won here at Lima before, an AFT singles champion.
Yeah, and Kyle Johnson knows his way around the racetrack. But also, we talked to Bodie, and it sounds like he's going to be with us the rest of the season.
Really?
Yeah. You missed all that?
I was scouting out your next prospect, talking to Cody Kopp.
That's right. So you were out there working while I was interviewing him.
Yeah, exactly. You were giving him a hard time is what you were doing.
Well, the first interview, I definitely gave him a hard time because he had a little kerfundle, I think is what they said up in Michigan.
Cut it there. Let's cut it there.
Look at all the people against the fence. Those are diehards. I met some fans over here in turn number 4. They have shower curtains set up, and they got the 911 of Henry Wiles paint out. They're huge Henry Wiles fans. I talked to them for a little while. There's a couple of others with shower curtains. They put some tubing on top of the fence so they can just hang right there close to the track. I think those are hardcore pea gravel fans.
I think Springer's got his motorhome backed up right over there in the middle of turn 1 and 2.
I heard Jay Springsteen and Scott Parker were here. How come they didn't?
Winningest Lima rider of all time.
And the winningest most wins all time, Scotty Parker, 94 Grand National wins. Just 94 more than both of us. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's amazing.
That's unreal, yeah.
So
94 more.
You say what? It's the truth.
It is the truth.
So you said that you saw on social media that Jared Meese was going to suit up if Pryor wins tonight.
But dude's a little facetious at times, so we don't.
Well, he's getting some practice in with that shovel over there in turn 3 and 4.
We talked about it, though. It's a tough task going from here to next weekend in Du Quoin.
I can't wait for Du Quoin.
Going from one racetrack that's very hard on motorcycles to another one. But I think the variable at Du Quoin not only being a mile, but it's going to be close to 100 degrees next weekend.
It's going to be warm, which is that slow down the bikes or speed them up or what?
I mean, it slows them down a little bit, right?
Okay, yeah, because when they're cooler, the fuel burns faster.
You got a little bit cooler air. Your fuel might start getting closer to a boiling point, and it's just hot. Your body's going to be working hot.
Eric Hoyt from First Impressions Race Team. He had to fly home today. He's back in Florida already because his daughter, Anna, is 9 years old today. Happy birthday to Anna. Eric, we miss you. We'll take care of business up here in Lima.
Now it's time for Chase to take care of business.
Yeah, it's time for his first win of the season.
I've kind of been waiting for it. Him and Andrew trying to come to terms with what they need to get done here at Lima. Yesterday, he was good in practice and qualifying, but when it came time for racing, just fell back a little bit. Here we go. So here's some bikes running.
I hear some bikes some bikes running. Also, one of the other First Impressions bikes that we thought was going to miss the main event pushed his way in, Jack Brooks, and then he came from the back up to a very respectable finish.
it's good for him to be able to get in the main, just log the laps, even if he doesn't get the result that he necessarily wants, just logging those laps.
Here is today's schedule. 3:30 or any moment now we'll be on the track. 1 round of practice, 2 rounds of qualifying for both of our classes. When that is all done, we'll have the open paddock area. They call it a fan walk. It's at 5:30 Eastern. Opening ceremonies tonight about 10 minutes earlier. That is opening ceremonies at 6:30 p.m. Heat races will follow after that for both of our classes. Mission challenge. We do have a kicker empty singles challenge that was added in this week. So there are 2 challenge races, and then we come back with both of our main events. What are you pointing at? You see somebody doing some jumping jacks down there.
Carver's getting ready.
Carver's getting loosened up.
Coming back. I mean, so I was trying to prep Erica a little bit about Jeffrey Carver because she hasn't gotten the opportunity to race. She watched a lot of racing film from this year, but we haven't seen Jeffrey Carver. So I told her Carver could come out here and easily be a wild card. I could expect him to win one of these heat races, potentially win that challenge. Not sure exactly how. I'm not sure what his fitness level is for that main event. I know he's been training, but this is Lima.
Lima's hard on bikes. It's hard on bodies. Here the bikes are revving up. That's Mike Caudell. He's in charge of the staging area. The bikes are ready. They try to keep the shields up as long as they can, and they'll slide them down. All right, he's pointing at them. Here we go.
With a fully smoked shield.
He gave a countdown right there. That was a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time for practice out here at the Allen County Fairgrounds. There goes the Super.com, your new points leader. Number 3, Briar Bauman leads him out. The 12 is Cody Kopp right behind him. And we are on the racetrack. Also out there is the one of Dallas Daniels, 67, Davis Fisher, 48, Trent Lowe, 26, Adrian Bruce Evans, 25, Ben Lau, 79, Dalton Gauthier, 49, Chad Coast in the 70s. Declan Bender now up there in 10th in the point standings. Cody Kopp goes up the inside, and Briar looks over his shoulder. He's like, go ahead, young man. What, are they playing with each other right now?
Well, Briar took off a little bit slow out of the pits, and Cody was close, but I think Cody decided to try to go, and by the time that Cody got up next to him, Briar started to get his lap on.
Man, Briar got close to the fence right there. Wow. He's hard on that rev limiter all the way until he lets off a little bit going into the corner. Kopp out in front.
It's a big day for Dallas. We talked to Meese about that a little bit. Dallas needs to try. I mean, he wasn't quite, he got a second yesterday, but wasn't able to win any of those main events. But Dallas really needs to try to get it done here today and turn the, I mean, we're halfway through the season, Scotty.
Yeah, he's only 9 points out.
But it seems different, right?
It's definitely different without him in the mix for the wins each and every week.
Just saying 9, when you think of how his season's gone, you wouldn't necessarily think that he's only 9 points out of the lead.
Did I just see Briar shift? Is there any way he's shifting that to win? Keep an eye on that. I swore he downshifted going into turn 1. We'll watch. No, I don't think so.
Jared Meese was shifting a little bit. I remember him at Red Mile shifting his Indian, but it's so much harder on these twins, and they've got a lot more power underneath them to be able to move around.
And that's just more chance for more mechanicals.
Yeah, and especially on, say, the Harley versus like the Yamaha. The Yamaha would probably shift quite a bit better, but just I definitely wouldn't. I hardly want to shift a single. I definitely don't want to shift a twin. As Declan Bender's off the pace.
Trying to get out of harm's way, so Bender's 10th fast out of the 10 bikes that are out there. Cody Kopp 2:5.698, looking over his shoulder. He wants to see if he's pulling away from Briar. Briar's in tow. Dallas Daniels currently second quick. Bruce Evans got the black flag last night. The bike started smoking. He ended up with a DNF after that, and he's up there in the 4th quick spot. What are you studying at, Colby? I see you're really thinking about something.
My brain's really turning, and I'm just trying to see exactly what Dallas is doing. One rider down there in 4. That's going to be Chad Coast.
Chad Coast, the 49. Somebody almost hit him right there.
Holy smokes, Briar was close.
That was close. So a rider down, the red wheel and lights are on the racetrack. I think that was lap 4. He's up. That handguard's way up the...
Just pushing really hard.
Yep. He knocks it on down.
Looking over at the Pickle Pizza stand.
Maybe somebody's yelling at him. Red flag coming out. They'll stop him outside of turn number 1. That's the on and off of this racetrack.
Cold?
I am cold over here, yeah. Gotta close the vent.
Yeah, Dallas. I mean, this is the right, starting off on the right foot right yesterday, so Erica talked to him.
There goes Bender pushing. I thought that was another one. That was just Bender going through the mud, yeah.
So Erica talked to Dallas after his main event speech, and he just said that starting off yesterday, he got better and better each time on the track. So right now, starting on the right foot, is we'll get a replay of the crash.
It's right there in the center of the screen, or which one are we looking at?
I think it might be the third
Oh, he's already
one.
on the ground. He's already on the ground over there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that Breyer just about hit him. That was close.
When did he crash? How long was he down there?
I don't know. But Breyer just about smoked him.
He was perfectly behind that flag. Yeah, but I think today's starting off on the right foot for Dallas. And Jared said he needs to try to figure out a way to win tonight. And in my head, I'm thinking it's just not that easy. But I feel like for a guy like Dallas or Jared, maybe there is another level that they can just turn on and make it happen. But, man, Cody Kopp's going to have some kind of redemption energy in him.
Bender just rode his bike across the track. So whatever he had going on, he got it going. But now they're stopped him over here outside of turn number 1. They're trying to figure out if that was it for this first practice session or they got any more laps.
The Bender team with OTB, they're trying a completely different motorcycle. It's honestly a first-generation C&J. So
this might be the lap
I think
before.
That's Chad right there coming into 3.
Okay, he's going up. He's way up by the fence.
Yeah,
there
he
he goes.
spun it
Just
around.
slides out.
Yeah, he spun it around. Nothing crazy.
Yep.
Bike went almost. It might have tumbled there at the end a little bit.
All right, they're sending them the rest of the time. So here we go. I think they had 3 laps complete. Sending them back out. That's Chris Carr right there, race director. Moorhead's there. Moorhead's won here quite a few times as well. Moorhead's won here 3 times. He's from right up the road in Findlay, Ohio, 45 minutes north of here. Did you know that?
I did know Findlay was 45 minutes north of here. I just
We
found that out an
today.
hour ago.
Yeah. Cody Kopp out front. Latest Motors, Harley Davidson. George Latest is here.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a redemption energy today. Nothing he could have done about that mechanical. It's no mistake that he made. He did use the clutch too much off the starting line and physically burn it up. Something kind of a little bit loose on the inside there, and that's going to unfortunately set him back from getting the win. But luckily, he said to me that since it was a triple challenge, he was still able to come away with a 4th overall rather than a 16th.
Yeah, 4th last night because he had a first, and a 15th for 78 points. And Breyer with a 3-2-1 with 123 points. Dallas was second yesterday at 2-3-2 for 108. Davis Fisher at 4-4-3. Great. I think that's a great night for Davis, especially last year here. He started having mechanical issues. Got rid of that last night.
And it seems like when I talk to him that they've got the bike going in the right direction. They kind of missed a few things for a while there, and now they've got it going again. So hopefully they can keep it going today, but then also into next week, because we know that last year DuQuoin really had some struggles with the motorcycle.
The rider had some issues last night besides the ones we're going to talk about. Logan McGrain ran 6th in main event number 1, had motorcycle issues and got 11th and a 10th for the 11th overall, and then Roos Evans a 5-5 in that 16. That really hurt Roos Evans last night, because that last race is so important.
Yeah, and I talked about it just for a second about the smoke on the racetrack, and we never got a good view of it on the actual camera, but Aiden Roos Evans had something let loose.
Here's Cody up, man, almost against the fence. 25.510 for Cody Kopp. Quick time so far here in this first and only round of practice. The next time they come out will be qualifying. There's another group, though, here in this first round. He's ripping.
Yeah, he's riding really good. He's riding it like
a 450.
Basically. It's fun to watch.
The drags.
I really hope that we get what I thought we were going to get last night between Breyer and Cody in that final main event. But the way that Dallas is going so far, we might get lucky enough to get all 3 of them. Then Aiden Roos Evans going in 3rd right now.
Yeah, he's feeling good out here. I think he likes the track. I think he's adapted to the twin a lot better than I thought he was going to.
Yeah, and he rides a cushion track really good. I raced against him like a month and a half ago, and he was he was very good.
Motion Pro, we bring the skill, the heart, and the will to win. Motion Pro brings the tools to help you get it done in the garage, in the pits, and on race day. Whether you're changing tires, breaking chains, or making last-minute adjustments, Motion Pro helps you line up with confidence. Visit motionpro.com and get ready to race with Motion Pro. So again, they do a little track maintenance after every time they go on and off the racetrack. So the drags are out there. Fairway Ford, Fairway Chevy, Fairway GMC is out there, Colby, and you have one of their vehicles. It's not one of that brand, but you had bought a vehicle from them.
I did. It was easy. They shipped it right to my house.
What?
Yeah. Shipped
Oh, you
it.
just told them who you were?
They picked it up Saturday morning. I had it in Illinois that night. Picked it up. It was great. Easy process.
Can I send one? Can they send one to your house for me?
If you pay.
Oh, okay.
I'll send you the credit app.
What are you trying to look for?
I want to see where Henry Wiles ended up last night. I know that in that final main event, he got up to 4th.
But he got 5th overall last night because of the triple challenge.
Yeah, so that was a really good run for Henry and shows the strength that he's got. Looking forward to see what he can do tonight. He really was getting good starts.
When we went through the pit area yesterday, it was awesome to see. He had 3 bikes, 3 different kinds of bikes. One of them's Corey Texer's old bike, and then it looked like there was a G&G bike over there. Was that this? Was it one of their old bikes?
I'm not
it
sure.
Definitely looked like it. And then he's got this one that he's riding right now. So Henry Wiles is 30 Grand National wins in his career. That's a lot. Hunter Bauer on the G&G Yamaha is on the inside. There's Logan McGray in the 14. Cam Smith is on the 34. This is Group 2 getting ready to roll out as soon as that track is ready. Again, track maintenance here at every time they come off the racetrack. That way it's fair for everybody. Also in this group, 92 Brandon Price, 62 Dan Bromley, 27 is Wyatt Vaughn, the 11 Daniel Poole, 57 Ian Wolf, still looking for his first Twins main event, and Jeffrey Carver Jr. is on the 123 Harley Davidson, the Wizard. He'll be at the back of the pack, so we'll see if he lags back like Brian Smith used to do, or if he gets up there and tries to pass people.
I would think that he probably lags back, but I was walking out last night and I saw Ian Wolf, and I go, Ian, you gave her, because she had that incident in the LCQ, ended up going down. I go, Ian, you gave her all she had, and he goes, no, she gave me all she had. That thing took him for a ride.
It was unfortunate because yesterday was his grandmother's birthday, and they were listening, and man, I want him to make his main event so bad, but he's got another shot at here today. That's another great part about a doubleheader.
A little bit tougher, though, with 2 more guys, having 2 really fast guys, Dan Bromley and Carver here.
Yep, and you know it's different today. You know, you go qualifying, then heat races, and then the main event.
But then there's also a different racetrack, right? Some of these guys are better on yesterday where it gets just a little bit more brushed off, just a little bit harder, and guys are going to be more happy with today, a track that's deeper, more moisture in it. I would like this.
You would like the deeper track like today?
Yep.
Well,
because it allows you just to ride the track harder. When it gets a little bit brushed off and skittery, you got to be a little more patient.
Well, yesterday, like you said, they left it harder because there was, Mother Nature was in the area yesterday. She just didn't stop by.
It's crazy.
It was insane. I told you to stay home because I didn't think we were racing.
I seriously almost stayed home until Friday morning.
Bikes are rolling. That's good news. It's group number 2. First round of practice. Here they come. 24 will lead them out. Hunter Bauer had a good day yesterday as well on that G&G Yamaha. He's trying to get out front already. Bauer ended up 13th overall, the 13th, the 13th, and the 12th, so he's pretty consistent. See if he can pick it up a little bit more today.
Oh, it would have been 13, 13, 13 if Cody wouldn't broke.
Yeah, that would have been his new number.
Is that bad luck or good luck?
Ask Morgan Michelin.
313s might opposite the effect.
It could have been. It could be. Maybe it might be his new favorite number.
Like the gap here, Henry Wiles giving himself a lot of space. Hunter Bauer goes up to the middle of the racetrack.
How hard would you push right now in the first practice session?
I talked about it all day yesterday. This is the most important. Oh, well.
Practice.
The first practice?
This is practice.
Yeah. No, push hard.
Wide open.
Yeah, it's a short amount of time. 6 laps. Get in, get out, get the body warmed up, and figure out if the gearing needs to be changed just because it should be a little bit deeper.
How hard is it to move from the singles class up to the twins class? You got Cody Kopp, you got Bruce Evans, Hunter Bauer, just a few that have moved up this year.
It's very different in the fact that these are such a different chassis. The feeling between your legs and sitting on it, just the motorcycle's so much different. Like Hunter, that bike is so low to the ground, so much wider between his legs, and just so much more power. You turn the gas on this 750 or 700, whatever he's on today, the thing starts to boogie.
I like that. Sounds like fun. Henry Wiles started tracking down. Wiles is up to 6th quick in this practice session, 26.280.
Carver right there in 7th.
Wizard on the racetrack at 123. One Suzuki racing with us today. Dan Bromley's up to the 9th spot. There's also one Kawasaki racing with us. Daniel Poole, he's back in 18th of the 20 bikes that have taken time. What's not taking time is practice. You think it's good for Bauer that he's got some company coming to help push him, or should you let him pass and jump in behind him?
Hunter hasn't really tried too much. He's kind of been just going around that same line, so he must be feeling comfortable with it. I've ridden that bike here. That bike doesn't, when I was on it, it did not like to be up in the deeper stuff. It really liked to be down where Henry was, so I had to ride it down there where when I was on a J&M, I wanted to be up right on the edge of the cushion, so maybe Hunter Bauer might benefit a little bit from moving down towards where Henry's riding.
What frame is that? Is that
That's
CJ?
CJ, style CJ.
Top quickest in practice so far. There is Ian Wolf on the Honda. We're looking for the Wizard. There he is, the 123 Jeffrey Carver Jr. ringleader of the FBI, the Fast Boys from Illinois.
Now, I think Jeffrey's going to take a very methodical approach at the day. He's just going to go out here and see, make sure the bike's feeling good, try to start getting some specs because nobody rode this motorcycle yesterday, so the gearing could be a little bit different than when Robinson rode it here in the past.
Brandon Robinson watching back down in Florida with the Cat Willie Namath, hanging out with him.
Carver showing a good position of his body on the top of the seat there, trying to get as much weight down as he possibly can.
Carver's in sixth right now, 26.248. There's back up front, Henry Wiles on the 911, sitting seventh quick.
Now Hunter might be able to see a couple different things.
Carver's up in a little bit deeper stuff over here in turn 2, down the back chute.
If you guys haven't seen, Carver did a nice little interview with Ben Evans this morning on the American Flat Track Socials, just kind of talking about the history that they've got together, in the history that they've got here at Lima specifically. And Carver's just feeling good. They did a little practice session earlier this week, and Jeffrey said it just felt like at home.
He elected not to run last night. He just honestly just didn't want to run 3 main events, and he wanted to save it all for tonight.
Carver, a little history with the XR 750 back in 2017 there at Texas Half Mile.
Last rider to win on an XR.
Sammy Helbert almost had a shot at it at Daytona.
Yeah. Here is the 24. Hunter Bauer getting a little crossed up on the G&G, looking over his shoulder. We did see a lot of people's arms were beat up down there as we walked through the pit area when we did the pit walk. That's the roost from the bikes in front of you. You don't have to fall to leave with some marks from here.
Jeffrey Carver. It's cool to see the different exhaust variations on these Harley Davidsons. Carver, one of the only guys out there. I think he might be the only guy out there running an up pipe. Everyone else has allocated to ride a lower down pipe.
And that's just
different
mechanics choice, rider choice.
Rider choice a little
tuner.
bit with how the power comes on, yeah.
Okay, all right. So group 1 and 2 are done for Mission Super Twins in the practice session. Cody Kopp is the fastest, 2:5.510. Dallas Daniels second, 2:5.661. Roos Evans is third, 2:5.744. Breyer, last night's winner, is fourth quick, 2:5.824. And Davis Fisher sitting fifth, 2:5.966. Takes a little bit of time in between each of our sessions before we send out the next group. And we're going to shift gears into our Kicker AFT singles class. And again, the top 9 in the points will come out. While we're waiting for the track to get taken care of, here is some action from last night. Walker Porter on the 10. Gets a good shot out there, but so does Tom Drain on the 1.
And I think that was a mistake from Porter to move up just a little bit. Tried to get to his line that he wanted to the corner, but immediately Drain ducked underneath it.
Porter hung tough for quite a while. Almost loses it right there in the deep stuff, but it'd be Drain taking the win. That was his 23rd win of his career. Tied for most with Cody Kopp all time for the young Australian who started his career right here. He can make history if he wins today. He will be the winningest Kicker AFT singles riders with 24. So the Fairway Ford GMCs and Chevys will pull off. Scott Metzger is out there with the water truck. Here is the all-time AFT singles career victories list. Cody Kopp and Tom Drain sitting there at the top with 23. Shannon Texter Bauman, 19. Dallas Daniels, 13. Gautier's 12. Bruner is still active. That's why he's got a little asterisk. He's got 11. He switched a different couple of different motorcycles last night. Ended up back on Aiden Brown's Honda. They were trying to go to Bryson Porter's bike, but it wouldn't start. They swapped fuel pumps. Bruner had a heck of a time yesterday.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a big challenge. He wanted to probably be on his Yamahas, but unfortunately had the issue last week, wasn't able to get them back together. He's so comfortable on those motorcycles, so he knows how to ride a Honda, but he feels more at home on his Yamahas.
Yep, that was the decision he made at the start of the season to switch over to Yamaha. Singles are lining them up. Just a moment, they'll be coming out for their first and only round of practice. Again, today's format's a little bit different than it was yesterday. Today we have 1 round of practice, 2 rounds of qualifying. Then we'll have our break in the action for the open paddock area, opening ceremonies. After opening ceremonies, we'll get into our qualifying heat races, our last chance qualifier. We have 2 dashes today, 2 challenge races, I should say, and then our 2 main events. So it's a busy, busy day. One of the fast riders that had a good night going until the very end is Cody Kopp, and Cody's with Erica.
He did indeed a great night before things went wrong, unfortunately. Can you take us through what happened in that third and final main?
Yeah, we just suffered from a very random clutch problem, that's all. It was a freak incident that I think we have a handle on today because we were the fastest guy yesterday, and we're ready to show it again tonight.
And what's it going to take to win here on this Lima cushion tonight?
Same thing as last night, just get some good starts, be aggressive, and tell the boys to see them at the podium.
Best of luck tonight. Thank you.
Cody Kopp just talking about the little incident that he had last night, just a freak ordeal. Nothing the team could have done there, and that upset the whole night. But like I talked about, maybe a little redemption energy here tonight. But Scotty, we're on track with some action. The AFT singles.
There is the points leader way out in front of the point standings now. Tom Drain is on the one. Paige Tadman had a good night going. He fell off, got trapped underneath his motorcycle, but that made for that heat race to be really exciting last night.
Yeah, he was able to come from the last place all the way back up to second, but just didn't have the same level of speed in the main event. I think the track got a little bit too brushed off. He kind of lost the feeling that he needed.
Definitely went the wrong direction in the main. This is practice right here. Kicker AFT singles. Group 1, the top 9 in the point standings are on the racetrack at the moment.
Speaking of a guy that really would get a big benefit from grabbing the win here tonight, Chase Sadoff, man, if he was able to get it done here. Tom Drain makes a mistake right there, uncharacteristic.
Get some pictures being sent in to us. That was a
Peoria Speedway.
You with your long, flowing red hair.
Yeah, but so Chase Sadoff, he's able to get it done. He was good in practice and qualifying. We saw him kind of throw his little hand with Tadman there for a second, but he just didn't have the level of speed that he needed throughout the heat race in the main event.
Sadoff's still looking for his first win of the season. He's out there on the 88. Trevor Bruner's on the 21. Honda 75 is Terrence Santero. 10, Walker Porter got his first career podium last night. 113, Jack Brooks. 63, Jared Lowe. And the 83, Braden Fanders. Those are the bikes on the racetrack. This is practice 25.683. That's about a tenth and a half off of what Cody Kopp did. No surprise, the half mile when it's deep like this, it's a little bit harder on those singles.
So the big difference, talking about the transition from the singles to the twin, is on the twin, holding it wide open around here, not very possible. The conditions have to be absolutely perfect for you to be able to do it. On the 450, if you're one of these top few guys, you're expected to go out there and not let off the throttle at all. So when I came here in 2017 with Parkinson, I had a lot of pressure on me to win because that bike would typically just show up here and win no matter who was on it. I didn't let off the throttle from the second I went onto the racetrack until the exhaust fell off later on in that semi. And on the 450s, when you're one of these top guys, I don't think you have the choice. I think you just have to go full stick.
That's incredible. I think the only time I ever went wide open on a bike was at the Springfield Mile.
Yeah, like Tom Drain hasn't let off yet.
That's crazy.
And then he's got technology, so he's able to just hold it wide open while he's shifting. But these guys, these top few guys, you cannot let off when it's this deep. When it gets brushed off, yeah, you need to start working on a little bit of throttle control. But right now, Chase and Cage, they're just full stick the whole way around this thing as they're battling back there.
Drain quickest in this first session, first group of practice. Porter, Sadoff, Tadman, and Fanders your top 5. Just replay a Drain a couple of laps ago, getting a little bit sideways, and like you said, never even let off the throttle.
No, and if he did there, it would just catch more and drag him more up the racetrack. You need to get that. You got to get that back wheel spinning.
Pulling that front wheel off the ground even.
The 450s just aren't fast enough to have a real negative effect for being wide open that far around the racetrack, because these 450s, they're about mid-60s in the horsepower range, where, like I mentioned, those twins that these guys are riding, they're anywhere between 90 to 100.
Should I write it down or should we wait? There's 2 more groups.
I think the track's kind of trending a little slower as we're going on right now.
We'll wait and see. Drain, Porter, Sadoff, Tadman, and Fanders out there in that first practice group. That is how the top 5 go. Up next is Group 2 in just a moment. Again, the drags will come back out. So again, big thanks to Fairway Ford, GMC, and Chevy for providing the trucks for the track drag. They are also sponsoring the AFT Singles Challenge Race, $2,500 to win. That's cool.
It's going to be great, yeah.
Made you want to sign up. You were down there at the sign-up line, but they wouldn't
4
let
laps
you.
is about the time that I could handle.
Well, you have to qualify, and you have to run a heat race, and then you get in the challenge race.
Okay, so I'm counting at
Yeah,
least
that's
24
a
laps
lot.
before I
That's a
can even
lot.
line up. But then I'm going to need to go back and time a handful of years to even think I could do that.
When are we going to the Midway to get something to eat? That's what I want to know.
Pickle Pizza's coming up. I'm interested to see if they're going to put some water down on it this time. And
What's wrong with real pizza? Why do you need
we
pickle
had
pizza?
real pizza last night. We had
okay.
plenty of real pizza last night.
All right. So you want to see if they're going to put water on there?
Yeah, just curious what they've been doing with the track prep. So obviously between the sessions, so every time before a group goes out, they'll get the drags for sure, and they may or may not get water depending on if it needs it. Between the actual practice and qualifying 1 and qualifying 1 and 2, we'll go out and do a more serious, a little bit more thorough track prep with more time.
We actually have 2 times set aside today for people to go into the pit area and talk to these riders. The first one will be at about 5:30, and it'll be 5:30 to 6:30. That's the open paddock area, the fan walk. And then there's also a little break later on this evening, so there's 2 different breaks. The intermission break is right now from about right before 8 o'clock till about 8:28. Before we get ready for our challenge races and then our main event. So you have 2 opportunities to go to the pits here today. A little bit different format than we had yesterday with the Mission Triple Challenge, 3 main events. There goes the water truck down the back straightaway as we look at Metzger Water Reservoir over there outside turn number 3.
So we are going to be laying down a little bit of water. So it'll give an equal opportunity for this next group to be able to go out there and potentially try to put their name on your sheet.
Good thing I didn't write it down. Group 2, 91, Justin Jones. 31, Evan Kelleher. 41, Ryder Reese. 66 is Logan Eisenard. 60, Skylar Stentel. 156, Jordan Bolak. That was your wild card when we had our conference call earlier in the week. 165, you're going to have to add him to your wild card list. That's Bodie Page. He started his first pro race last night, made his first pro main event, got on the podium, got a second. 56 is Jordan Jean. 227, James R. Nyes on the Waters Auto Body KTM. That is Group 2 up next. And I think what happened in Hohenwald is worth talking about one more time, because I had a lot of people reach out to me and said that they had no idea that Justin Jones ran over Bruner's foot in the boot and the shoe came off. I've never seen that before. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been in this sport my entire life, all 53 years. I've never seen anybody's boot come off.
Well, in 53 years, our boots have trended. I mean, I don't know about 53 years ago, Scotty, but in the last 20 to 30 years, our boots have trended to get smaller and smaller and more flexible and more flexible.
Why?
Just you want better feel. I mean, just like on a hot summer day, you want the least amount of stuff on. When you're racing, you want the protection, but you want to be able to feel the motorcycle more.
I wanted a motocross boot on my left foot, because that's the one you stick in the ground. You want more support for your ankle, more support for that steel shoe. That's me. That's me. I'm old school.
Right, but you want the right boot to be a road racing boot traditionally, because you want as much feeling on that brake pedal as possible. So, yeah, you could wear a motocross boot and a road racing boot. I've done that.
I always wore 2 different boots. I mean, like,
it looks a little funny.
I don't care. I look funny.
That's why they got us in here.
We raced. It was funny. Me, my dad, and my grandpa raced together at Knoxville, Iowa, in a Spanish shootout, and my aunt took a picture of us because me, my dad, and my grandpa were all wearing 2 different boots on our feet.
Yeah,
that's old school.
I mean, I've done it.
Yeah, you keep your left one because that's the one the steel shoe was made for, and you get new right one.
Okay, no, that's not why I did it. When I broke my leg, though, and I think
you had to have a great big boot.
No, when I broke my leg, and I think Jared Meese, when he transitioned to like a motocross boot towards the end of his career quite a bit because of the injuries and the protection. But Justin Jones,
there's your boy. You grew up with him.
Yeah, he helped me a lot.
And here we are. You're sitting with me, and he's out here racing.
He's still going at it. I've done my time.
He's always got a smile. I don't think I've ever seen him upset or anything. If he's at a racetrack, he's smiling. And sometimes he races 3 times in a weekend. I know a few weeks ago he ran the Dairyland in Wisconsin on a Friday night. He ran another race, I think, in Canada, one on Saturday night, and then went to New York and raced on Sunday.
Even when he has a bad night, or like there was a time where he kind of got a small injury, and I came over to try to help him get his boot off because he got hurt in Texas. He still had a little smile on his face. So even in the dark moments, his dimple.
Got that big old dimple.
Yeah. Even in the dark moments, there's still some light there. But man, I like Justin. Yeah, he's going to take him out there. Casey Cycle, giving him some helmets to use. And
I don't know where the name Pork Chop came from. It was not me, but we kind of kept it going, and he doesn't mind. If he does, he won't say nothing. He kind of switches to cheeseburger for a little while, but.
Bodie Page, though, trying to keep up to the backside of him. Already up to 4th on the time charts. Bolak 7th, Ryder Reese in 6th. Reese putting in good times. Wasn't able to get into the main event yesterday.
Any tracks in New York that have a cushion like this?
Yeah, so there's really 2, nothing of this size though, right? It's short tracks and TT. So Medina TT is very loose like this, and I think that helps with much more than just riding a cushion. There's so much different scooting in there. But then Square Deal's another track like this, a lot smaller, but it's cushion like this and rough. So we had a good variety of racetracks in New York. I think that's why we've had some very good racers come out of there.
Bodie Page jumps up to second, 2:5.773. Page is tracking down the other Australians. So Aussies are 1 and 2. That Canadian sitting back there in the 7th spot right now. Walker Porter, the Alabama riders, in 3rd. This is practice for you folks tuning in. I know they're tuned in at Sport Wheels up there in Minneapolis, Minnesota area.
Man, Bodie had me nervous there. He had that back end as far out as you can go.
Is he just pushing it too far? Is he just
He's
trying?
comfortable. Yeah. I mean, this is Bodie, though. Like, Bodie's raw as a racer. He gets very loose. He's right on that ragged edge all the time. But I was very impressed yesterday. I mean, through the main event, he was flawless. He looked really good from what we saw.
To me, also, it looked like he got faster as the main event went on. And
His
Walker,
fitness was the best.
Yeah, and Walker made a couple of mistakes, and Bodie got him there near the end of that one.
I'd say him and Tom had the class of the field fitness-wise yesterday. And Bodie just tracked him down. Walker got tired. He mentioned it on the podium. I was kind of thinking that might be the case. And you just don't know. You think you might have worked as hard. But the thing with Walker, too, is maybe he was fit, but he breathed too much in the beginning. He got too tense because he was going. I mean, he had a shot at a win, Scotty. That could, not only his first podium, but his first win.
Checkered flag is out. Bodie Page looks like he will settle in for second quick here in practice.
Top 3 from yesterday, exactly in that order right now in qualifying. Little replay right here of Justin Jones going through the corner and see what goes on.
So in the deep stuff, not even putting that foot down. You want to get up as soon as you can. You use it as a balance also, but this might be when Bodie gets a little too far crossed up. There it goes.
Yeah, he lost the rear there. He was there's a point where there's just no coming back from it, and Bodie was knocking on the door.
That reminded me of a Brad Baker picture I've got with him that much crossed up.
You know what video just popped up? I showed a couple of my coworkers the video of Brad getting sucked into the draft in turn 1 at Springfield.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was crazy.
That's crazy. Not many people can have that level of skill to save it.
Charlie Roberts just sent me a picture of you in your first win with your long, flowing red hair. What do you think, Jay? People are still messaging, but there you go.
Jason had a nice clip of that a couple weeks ago. Nice little highlight reel. Made me feel good. Back in the day.
There you are. Look at that red hair. Man.
Yeah. Now look at it.
Yeah, now look at it. It's all gone. You slowed down, came in the booth, cut your hair off.
Yeah.
Washed it.
Added 5 pounds allegedly.
Yeah, 5 pounds.
That's being courteous.
And one of the guys you used to ride for is down there in the pit area. Tim Estenson. Erica, you've caught up with the owner of Estenson Racing.
Absolutely, guys. Joining me is Tim Estenson. Tim, Tom has the opportunity to surpass Cody Kopp in AFT singles wins here tonight. You took a chance on the young Aussie in 2022, signing him. How special and rewarding has it been to see his story and journey unfold as a team owner?
Yeah, it's just been an incredible experience with Tom and Tom's family, his dad Matt and his younger brother Sam, who's also signed with us now, and he's 15, so he can't be out here quite yet. But with Sam, with Sam yesterday, with Tom yesterday was his 23rd win, and my lucky number is 23, so that's pretty special to me. But hopefully we can break that number tonight if all goes well. But signing Sam, I also signed Sam in 2023. So to have him, the numbers are coming together, which are kind of fun. Well, and furthermore, going over to Dallas for just a second, he turned 23 this year. So now you can see how all the numbers align. But I'm so proud of him to come over with the commitment that he had. I mean, they originally showed up with a motorcycle to race in the United States, and they shipped it over in suitcases. And he went out and, I don't know, he got first or second or third that first time. And the work ethic and the commitment from the family on being here in the United States and putting forth what they have in trusting me and bringing them the right product to be able to deliver it with Yamaha. It's I feel blessed, too, to have him. And, bright future with his little brother coming up. Those two compete a lot.
Bright future indeed for both of them. And let's chat in the twins class. Yesterday, Dallas had a rougher start to the day, but he said as the day progressed and those mains went on, things were getting much better.
Yeah, we actually, we had first race, we went out and we were kind of throwing a few things at it and trying what we could with the track and the track condition, which was good. And in the second race, we went out and made some changes again, and we had, maybe couldn't tell by camera, but we had a mechanical that allowed us to finish, but we'd really dropped back. I think we finished third, if I remember right. And then in the going into the third main, we started to getting it together. So I feel pretty comfortable about today, which you should never say in racing. But I think we're starting out a lot better, and looking at his times through the first practice, you know, I feel better on going into today's event.
Absolutely. That main three looked much more characteristic of Dallas. Well, we look forward to seeing you all back out there today. Thank you so much for the time, and good luck.
All right. Thank you very much.
One of the nicest guys in the pit area, Tim Estenson, man. You rode for him, and I love what he's doing for the sport. You know, he's got a singles rider and a twins rider out there, and he's got a good reputation.
Yeah, no, he's very instrumental in my career, helping me get the second half of that championship year and really put me through to 2021 until I had that leg injury. But I wish I could have an opportunity to ride this bike that they've got right now. I think it'd be very fun to do. Me and JD, Jake Johnson, we had an instrumental role in helping develop it, and look at how good they were there for a few years. Right now it's kind of leveled off a little bit, but man, what a motorcycle and what an effort they've done.
You want to see this picture right here? Look at this. Can you figure out who these guys are? Let me see. I'm going the wrong way. Do you know who they are, Colby?
I know who it is.
I
guess I'll give it away. It's the little guy. Not talking about Jared. That is a Tom Drain.
It sure is, as a little guy. How cool is that? He got to meet Jared Meese when he first came over a long, long time ago. Bikes are on the racetrack. It is group number 3, final group here in practice at the Lima Half Mile. 252 is Dylan Cunningham, 117 Jet Katarzi, 89 Trevor Martin, 43 Jacob Vandekoy, Aiden Savage, the 277, Caleb Martin, 93, Gabriel Boisvert on the 112, Johnny Conaby's 122, and Jackson Singles on that 210. Katarzi missed his first main event after he turned pro last night.
Just trying to see which Cunningham brother hasn't been able. One of them was sleeping in a hammock last night in the barn.
On purpose?
I swear.
That's where he stayed?
I hope it wasn't Tyler, because Tyler's the one that hasn't been able to put it in the main event yet. So hopefully he got a good night's rest, and maybe today's the day that he gets it done.
I only see one Cunningham signed up. Where's the other one? Maybe that's why he's still sleeping in the barn. I only see one of them.
See his name on the list there. I haven't.
Oh yeah.
I guess we'll see if his time goes through. That's Tyler Cunningham we're talking about. Identical twin brothers. We have a good time with them just because of how excited they bring, how much excitement they bring.
Yeah. When Dylan made his
he's got a lap time. He's just not on the list.
He's just not on our list. Yeah.
Maybe we're blind. I don't know. But Jet Katarzi out front.
Knocking my waters over and stuff, man. Calm down.
Excited.
Calm down. So you'd rather be out there on a twin right now, but I think the single will be just as fun.
Yeah, the single's fun, but the twin just has more than you need, and that's kind of what I want, because on the single you can give it all it's got, but you're always wanting just a little bit more going down the straightaways, where the twin just has so much horsepower.
Sounded like Star Trek. Giving her all she's got, Scotty.
Yeah, giving her all she's got. I would, if I was one of these 450 riders, I'd probably come in and say that to my tuner and be like, hey, we need some more power.
Give me some more. Give me some more.
Trevor Martin.
Go-kart with him on Monday. A few others.
Coming in close there, Jet Katarzi.
Got to get back. Got to get around him.
Right now, Katarzi's sitting in 14th. Martin just a little bit deeper.
Katarzi's looking over his shoulder saying, who is on my back tire? He's got a whole bunch of yellow tape on that First Impressions Husqvarna helmet, at least.
Yeah, you can definitely see the difference between some of these guys and like Tom Drain. You see these guys coming into the corner, letting off the gas and just kind of coasting for a few seconds, where Tom Drain, he just does never lift. So that's why, that would have been a good shot to watch of Katarzi's elbow, just to see. When we get back to it, we'll be able to watch these guys and see where they're letting off. Got one lap left in this one, so.
Comes Katarzi to that start finish line. White flag is out this practice session. There's Martin on the 89 from Greenville, Ohio.
So these guys, rather than coasting necessarily, they'll probably come in and kind of let off the gas, but just start rolling the throttle back on and off, back on and off to keep the back tire spinning until they get to a point in the corner where they can actually get it turned enough and feel comfortable going wide open again.
I see a lot of people keep that left foot out there dancing, maybe keep it forward, then back, and forward, then back. Don't you want to get it up on the foot peg as soon as you can?
Not necessarily here unless you're aimed in the direction that you want to be going. Once you're aimed in the right way, get the foot up and get the bike driving forward. But a good person to watch that would be like Corey Texter, because he was so, there was so much, it was so emphasized, his movement with his leg. He'd have it way out, maybe like a counterbalance to help not only turn the bike the way he wants, but helps it slide a little bit more, maybe a little less traction with the back tire as a counterbalance.
So all the practice is done. They're going to do a little track maintenance when they get back on the racetrack. It'll be qualifying round 1 for the Mission AFT Super Twins, and then qualifying round 1 for the Kicker AFT Singles here at the Allen County Fairgrounds. The drags are back out. Well, while they're doing little drags, here's some more trivia for you. This one, don't look at my notes. Let me see. I'm going to try to hide my note from this guy sitting beside me. What year did Jared Mee score his first Twins win victory at Lima, his first Grand National victory?
June.
That's very safe. And it's always the last Saturday in June. Good job, Colby.
Yeah, June 2005.
You think so?
I swear that's what he said. I think you said 07 last night, but I swear Jared Mee said 05.
I can't find my note right now because I got all these PA reads we got to take care of.
Does Jason have the answer?
Jason always has the answer because somebody probably emailed it to him.
What?
So that's what you're going
June
with?
2005, yeah, I'm going with. I think he said that last night.
All right.
But my memory has served me better.
Did you must have stole my note because I cannot find it. Colby. What do you think? What year did Jared Mee score his first Grand National win? 2005, there it is.
In June. Where?
Of course it was in June.
We're not putting that part of the stat up?
2005, right there, see? He also won 2007.
After smoking Joe Cobb.
Yep.
His son looking to do it 22 years later.
All right, drags are on the track. Water truck will be out. We'll be right back. We're going to take a step away. We'll be back to Lima in just a moment. Bikes are on the track. Super.com, Lima half mile. It is qualifying time. They're going to do a practice start on the back straightaway. This is group number 1, the 3. Briar Bauman, 12. Cody Kopp, the 1. Dallas Daniels, 67. Davis Fisher, 48. Trent Lowe, 26. Aiden Roos, 25. Ben Lau, 79. Dalton Gauthier in the Royal Infield, 49. Chad Coast, 70 is Declan Bender. A few bikes are missing in action.
Oh, lots going side by side.
Oh, now they're showing up.
Kind of, no, just like the same thing we saw in free practice. Cody wanting to be in the front, Briar wanting to be there as well. One thing to note, Briar Bauman only did 3 laps in that first qualifying session, Scotty. Not sure exactly what the situation was there, but since it's not a timed session, it doesn't matter. Maybe something was just a little bit off with the bike or the gearing.
Or saving stuff for later.
Yeah. That's exactly kind of what I'm getting at there. No real importance by it.
This is qualifying, though, and you don't know how fast your laps are until you get off of the motorcycle, so...
Like all of these riders do have a dashboard, and it will give you a lap time to, maybe 100th of a second, pretty close.
But it won't tell you what position you're in.
No, so you can, and it's hard to look, right? But it does give you the option. It would not tell you what position you're in.
One little bobble right there going into 1 and 2. Dallas trying to get by Briar. Cody Kopp leads him down the back straight, pulls the front wheel.
25.4.
25.4, that's the fastest lap we've seen today.
And the weekend, I believe.
Kopp isn't riding like he's worried about any problems.
No, he's feeling good. And it was such a freak incident. I mean, that's not something that was really preventative from what I understand. It's been a long time since.
It was a clutch bearing?
I don't know.
I heard there was a pin that came out.
Something
weird.
I don't know.
Something weird.
Yeah, I'm not the mechanic. My mechanical abilities are less than that. Let's just leave it there, Scotty. You got me floundering around for words.
Something happened to the clutch.
Something happened to the clutch. And without clutch, the bike does not go, no momo.
That's right. Cody Kopp, 2:05.361.
What? Do you have your times from yesterday? I think he was like a high 2:56, maybe. Take a peek. Yeah, I'll keep talking.
Digging in my notes here.
But Cody Kopp
going
great
to the briefcase, pulling out the old stuff. Yesterday, a 2.6, a 2.5.7, 2.5.6. That's
2.5.6. My memory served me well. Lucky guess. That might be it for the day.
That was in practice and qualifying. I'm not sure about the races.
Yeah, so Cody Kopp already setting the weekend fast lap time. Aiden 7th in second. Good for him on the Harley-Davidson. One thing to know about Aiden, he's not going to have Jeffrey Carver over there being able to help him hands-on as much.
Not as much. I think he's probably still going to be helping a little bit, but right now it doesn't look like he needs it. Kopp kind of hit a little bump over there and kind of up out of the seat and all over the place, but searching around right now. I like that he's looking at all the different lines.
Briar Bauman been able to break Dallas Daniels just a little bit, unless Dallas maybe elected to back off not to get roosted, but Briar kind of settled in there in second, but 3 and almost 4/10 off of Cody Kopp.
I was about to say Harley Davidson 1, 2, and 3, and right when I was about to say that, Davis Fisher takes his KTM to third with a 2.5.733. But the fastest lap of the weekend so far is the 12 of Cody Kopp, and he was fast in practice and qualifying yesterday as well. 2.5.361. That's quick.
He's feeling it. The redemption energy's coming into play.
The other rider looking for some redemption, 79, Dalton Gauthier on that Royal Infield. He did fill in after Johnny Lewis got hurt a couple of years ago. Now he's back on the Royal Infield and parked the Aprilia for the time being. Trent Lowe's out there gooning on the outside. Briar's waving to his fans around the fence and just looking around, taking it all in. Rusev's second quick here in qualifying round 1. Davis Fisher third. Briar Bauman is fourth, and Dallas Daniels is fifth in our first round. It's time to go back to the pit area one more time. This rookie sensation made his rookie debut yesterday. Brody Page is with Erica Allreed.
And in that rookie debut, Scotty, he was able to find himself up on the podium. Bodie, despite it being your first professional race here in the States, you said you expected that performance of yourself.
Yeah, obviously coming to a cushion, which is what we come from in Australia. We only ride cushions over there. So, yeah, I mean, I feel a lot more comfortable on a cushion track than any other track. I've had to change my style and adapt to clay tracks, which I've done well, but getting back on a cushion, just being able to ride how I want to ride, it feels good. So, yeah, the track's good today. A lot more cushiony than yesterday, which is pretty pumped about. But, yeah, I think it should be a good race. Pretty tight. Felt good in practice. Just try to stay calm and just move through the day, take everything as it comes. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations on that ride, and that confidence on that cushion was on full display. So what do you need to do again here today to carry that momentum?
I think just better start, number one. And, yeah, I mean, I've changed a few things myself today on track, a few little things with the bike, and I feel a lot more comfortable than yesterday. But, yeah, I think the main thing for me is just get a better start than yesterday for sure, and that'll help me a lot. So, yeah, just, like I said, stay calm and just take everything as it comes.
Well, best of luck out there today. We look forward to seeing you out there.
Thank you.
Bodie Page will be riding the 165 bike out there in the Kicker AFT singles class. And I talked to him earlier today, and he gave a lot of praise to Corey Texter and his family for kind of taking him in when he came over here to the United States.
Yeah, and it set him up well, because when you come in as a rookie, you don't really know the fitness level that you need to be at. Bodie Page probably, I'd say, the best rookie in my memory coming in fitness-wise, because he shows up to Lima and he obviously showed the level of fitness he had to be able to run Walker down and pass him there at the end, and his lap times never dropped off.
So you've talked about fitness quite a bit. Are you talking about riding bicycles? Are you talking about in the gym? Are you talking about running? Are you talking about just riding?
And here's a lot more in the gym area, bicycle and gym. Yeah, just being strong throughout. You necessarily don't need huge muscles, but you need them to be able to last over and over doing those repetitions, being able to keep your heart rate right there at that 180 range for the full 8 minutes that they did.
And not just fitness, but also having a trainer, knowing what to eat and put in your body.
Because hydration and food and the whole part of that nutrition side of things here at Lima is very important, to make sure that you're eating at the right times, eating the right stuff to make sure that you're fueled up at the end. And especially in that Super Twins, we saw Davis talking about how challenging yesterday the triple challenge format is.
It is very tough, especially 3 main events with not very much time in between. I think that's part of it too. Sometimes those bikes don't get to cool down. Sometimes you don't get to make the changes you need to on those motorcycles. It is not only hard on bodies, but hard on equipment. How much did they do between last night and today on these motorcycles? What do you think? Are they switching a lot of stuff out?
There were some top teams that were up till 2, 3 a.m. is what they were telling me this morning, trying to change some things out, had to put some new engines in. A lot. I mean, when I was leaving here, all the teams were over kind of crowded around a pressure washer trying to get their bikes cleaned up, and then all of them changing oil, air filters. We've seen air filters getting changed constantly throughout the weekend. These guys are changing multiple air filters a day.
And that's something, you know, on a motocross bike, if you're riding motocross, you might only change once a day. But bikes are early rolling already here in the Mission AFT Super Twins. This is group number 2. Again, it's qualifying. They will do a practice start over there on the back straight. 24 is Hunter Bauer, 911 Henry Wiles, 14 Logan McGrain. Oh, yeah, I think he forgot about it. Yep. Got to do a practice start. He was ready to go.
Yeah, he was.
34 is Cam Smith, 92 is Brandon Price, 62 is Dan Bromley, 27 Wyatt Vaughn, 11 is Daniel Poole, 57 Ian Wolf, 123 the Wizard Jeffrey Carver Jr. So they'll wait until the 24 turns it back around, and then they'll send them on their way. I would definitely take the time to do a really good start. Carver doesn't even do it.
He wants to get out front.
Carver just wants to pass as many people as possible.
He doesn't want to have to deal with anybody. Maybe get on the backside of Henry, because he knows Henry knows how to get around this place very well. Henry able to get that 4th in that final main event yesterday. So Jeffrey, if he can maybe latch onto the backside of him, see the pace, see Henry's lines, get a visual aid from a really fast rider.
He's got a lot of yellow duct tape on his helmet. Of course, he's running that jersey over his leathers, representing, you know, Yamaha. He's on a Yamaha, so that's why he's got the old jersey, old sponsors covered up.
Does a little wheelie over that hole down the back straightaway.
He's feeling it.
Right now, let's see what Henry Wiles is going to time in at this first time by. Off of 4 here, Henry is going to end up putting down a 26.1, so about 0.8 of a second off what Cody Kopp is. Jeffrey Carver right to 3.
I was going to say, look who jumped up to 3rd. So now you got Harley's 1, 2, and 3. Carver on the 123, 25.725 after not being on a motorcycle in a long time.
A 1,000th of a second off of the rider that he helps in the pits.
That's incredible.
2.5.724 for Roos Evans and 2.5.725 for Carver. That is crazy.
Got a note here from Terry Kerr. She said that Trevor Bruner actually learned a lot from training with, you know, JD Beach a while back. You know, that was
That's
a big.
Me too.
Yeah, you too. And, you know, that was part of being with the SNC team. And JD Beach, he has a very good training regimen.
Racing over in the Ridge Motorsports Park on the West Coast right now. But yeah, I learned everything from JD. I lived with him for quite a while, and he was able to teach me a lot about nutrition. I wish I probably would have listened a little bit closer at times.
Look at Carver way down there on the bottom of the racetrack down here in 3 and 4.
Probably trying to get some options because Henry's riding right there in the middle of the racetrack, but Carver's one of those methodical riders.
He looks good. Bruce Evans is in second. Carver is on the track right now. He's the fastest out there. 2:5.725. There he is, the wizard.
He's liking that low line way down.
That's the Carver barbecue colored leathers on. Have you been to Carver's barbecue?
Never have. Need to stop in next to him down by St. Louis. Carver's putting in good laps. I mean, he just did a 25.8 again, so he's matching his best lap time pretty close.
There's Logan McGrain, had a good run, got 6th in the first main event last night, and then had some bike issues in the next two, but still looking really good out here this weekend in Lima. 11th quick so far. Wiles is already let off, unless he's already seen the checkered. No, Wiles is off the pace coming off in turn number 4, maybe on purpose like what we saw Breyer do earlier, but in qualifying, I don't think I would let off that early.
Yeah, it looks like he's still going under his own power, though, down the front straight, but definitely more concerning than in a free practice session. Someone on the slow on the backstretch. Was that Jeffrey?
It looks like Carver.
I don't want to say it, but
it definitely looks like Carver slowing on that back chute. Here comes McGrain off in turn number 4, twisting the throttle, the 4-time world ice racing champion. Indoor ice racing. Have you ever done that yet?
No, never have. Yeah, that is Carver on the inside of the back straightaway looking. He's opening up the leathers to start to cool down.
Need to push back. It looks like that's what he just signaled to whoever's over there. So he's trying to cool it off. And unfortunate, Carver's 3rd quick right now, but he something has broken on the bike or shut off, and he's going to need a push back to the pit area. So Carver's 3rd quick, 2:5.725, and here he is. Again, like I said, run the bottom of the racetrack. Nobody's really running down there.
Yeah, but it looks like he's able to get the bike turned really well and also get good forward drive. He's not just sitting down there and spinning. He's able to keep the bike moving forward, gets his weight back right there, puts all the weight on that back tire, getting the best drive off possible. So hopefully whatever issue they've encountered right now, it's a small one.
Steve
Moorhead's
trying to give him a push back to the pit area. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be watching more qualifying out here at Lima.
Our Rookies of 79 501c3 charity was established in 2009 by former racers to help injured racers get back on the racetrack or the track of life. Assistance is provided to injured racers through our posted schedule of benefits and special fundraising programs, where 100% of your donation goes directly to ease the financial burden from an injury sustained on the racetrack. Check us out on the web at backontrack.com and donate today. Every donation is tax deductible and will make a difference in an injured racer's life.
From quick jobs to major projects, getting rentals right takes more than machines. It takes know-how to show up right on every job site, service that keeps equipment at its peak, and local dealers who keep projects moving forward. We're here to deliver everything you need to get the job done right, and so much more. Cat Rentals. More when you need it most.
We're going full throttle with Mission Foods. There's no holding back American flat track when you combine the fiercest dirt track riders and tastiest products. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
That's right, Mom and Dad. My new boyfriend rides a motorcycle.
Oh, it's just a cruiser for unwinding on the weekends. Protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer.
How responsible.
Very sensible.
And he has a tattoo.
Temporary for my niece. She insisted.
Oh, it's cute. Well, guess what, Mom? I chopped my hair off.
Well, I stand corrected. It's lovely.
No, it's not.
Super cute.
Very in right now.
That's my rough and tumble little girl.
Sugarlands is proud to serve as the official moonshine of Progressive American Flat Track. Sugarlands handcrafts award-winning moonshine, sippin' creams, vodka, whiskey, and more inspired by the traditions of their home in the Great Smoky Mountains. Discover more at sugarlands.com. For over a decade, Dunlop has supported all Progressive American Flat Track classes with their elite flat track tires. Designed for pro and amateur riders alike, Dunlop's DT4 has an aggressive tread pattern, is available in multiple compounds, and can be run tubeless for greater overall performance. Dunlop, the official tire of Progressive American Flat Track. Win every race with VP Racing. Designed specifically for moto and power sports applications, VP's wide line of race fuels, lubricants, coolants, and additives give you the power and performance you need to win every lap and every race. Check out their championship-winning products today at vpracingfuels.com. Flat Track fans, keep the momentum going. Parts Unlimited proudly supports American Flat Track. When it's time to ride, wrench, or upgrade, choose a local dealer featuring Parts Unlimited. Parts Unlimited. We support the sport. Whelen Engineering has led emergency warning innovation for over 70 years, designing and manufacturing reliable technology right here in America to help keep first responders safe. Whelen Engineering. Manufactured in America, trusted to protect first responders.
Welcome back to the Lima half mile. It is qualifying time. Kicker AFT singles. Tom Drain leads him into turn number 1. Right behind him is the 88 Chase Sadoff.
I like Chase being able to get on the backside of him there, maybe try to grab a toe, and something simple like that can kind of set you in the right direction for the rest of the day, just getting up to speed right off the bat. And I think that's what Chase needs. Maybe Chase needs to just get a whole shot in one of these heat races, and that'll propel him forward.
Right now he's kind of stagnant, I mean, he hasn't won yet, but he's up there every round, but he hasn't won one this season. I'm expecting him to win any day.
Yeah, and you just can't do that going for a championship when a guy like Tom Drain's in the class where he's got already a full race advantage. He wins. He doesn't miss the podium ever, and he's winning. He's had 4 wins so far this season after last night, going for his 5th in a row, or not 5th in a row, but, well, his 5th in a row here at Lima, and then he's going for the record.
Most wins. Chase Sadoff is already 4th on the podium win list in the kicker AFT singles class.
Oh man, Tom laid down a blistering lap, 0.4 of a second faster.
Tad is second, quick right now. The 28. Porter is 3rd. Sadoff, who's been on the screen right now, the 88 is 4th. Vanders 5th. Santero, Jack Brooks, Trevor Bruner, and Jared Lowe right now sitting back there in the 9th spot. Qualifying round 1, kicker AFT singles class on the racetrack. Man, that looks like... Oh, there goes Tadman.
It looks like fun, but it's going to be a little bit less fun knowing that you came out right behind Tom Drain and he's already got almost a full straightaway advantage on you. I mean, that's got to be frustrating.
What can they do? What would you do right now?
I don't know.
Are you going gearing? Are you going...
No, it's more
where
than
you
that.
ride?
I think, honestly, I don't know, Scotty. He just left those guys immediately like that. It's a frustrating feeling. I've been in spots like that before.
Sadoff fans right there up against the face. We've got him on the screen. 88 Sadoff sitting 4th quick. Drain at the top spot, 2.5.645.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think a lot of it's just going to be maybe changes that. I think it's got to be a culmination of all of it. It's not a 10th or 2, Scotty. It's 4/10. I know this is qualifying and anything can turn around, but I think seriously, like just a heat race whole shot could be potentially what he needs to propel him forward.
Get up there and get the mix.
Yeah, just get ahead of Tom. Get out front, get some clean air.
Or maybe not get the same heat races.
So Walker did last night, and it worked out pretty well going into the main event. He didn't know what he didn't know, and almost was able to get it done.
Flag is out for Big P. Mark Flag man. It's Drain. Tadman. Sadoff. Oh, Sadoff jumps to 2nd on that last lap. Found something out there.
A little bit better there. Get it closer. I mean, 3/10 back. 3/10 here is not the same as 3/10 at like some of our clay car tracks that we go to.
Here's Sadoff. Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, you can make up 3/10 here with just riding a good lap, whereas like a car track, if you're back 3/10, you have a lot of adjustments that you're going to need to make.
So it's Drain quickest so far in qualifying. Sadoff is 2nd, Tadman 3rd, Porter's 4th, Vanders is 5th, Santero, Brooks, Bruner, and Jared Lowe. That's the 9 bikes that have been on the racetrack. There are 3 groups. the drags come back out, and the water truck will chase them around the racetrack. And the Group 2 will be coming up next. There's Justin Jones talking to his dad. One of the Fairway Ford Chevy GMC sponsored riders out there. He's been having a great season. Just has a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, I was able to get that podium earlier this year when we were down in Atlanta.
Sitting 10th in the point standings, I should say, for the 91. Justin Jones, he'll lead this next group. 31 will be out there as well. Evan Kelleher. 41 is Ryder Reese, New York's finest. 66, Logan Eisenhardt. 60, Skylar Sintel. 156, your dark horse is out there, Jordan Bolak. 165, Bodie Page. 56 is Jordan Jean. 227, James R. Nyes, the California rider, whose uncle used to be national number 27 back in the day.
Jordan was teaching me French earlier.
What'd you learn?
I can't repeat it.
Oui, oui.
I can't repeat it because I can't remember it good enough.
Good job, Colby.
His dad and Chris Evans, yesterday's trivia, the only 2 riders to come here and win the Grand National from Canada.
From Canada, that's right. Steve Beattie told me that he did win here back in 89, I think, or 98 as a junior.
89, you're really dating
98, 88, something like that.
Yeah.
He's here helping out, but he won on XR 750 as a junior.
Well, helping out over in that
All right, here we go.
Turner Racing Pit.
Here's another trivia question. What manufacturer earned their first ever Premier Class Lima half-mile victory in 2024? That's a test for you.
Wow. I would get first ever Premier Class lap. Oh, so it's KTM, right?
Nope.
Yamaha?
Yep.
I don't like the question. Jason, I don't like the question.
It stumped Colby, so he doesn't like the question.
because I didn't read it. My comprehension wasn't there.
He doesn't like the question because he didn't get the answer. What manufacturer earned its first ever Premier Class Lima half-mile victory in 2024? It is Lima and the pilot, Dallas Daniels.
Dallas Daniels.
I just don't like that question, Jason. I should have told my teachers that in school.
Yeah.
Teacher, I don't like that question. Can I get an A?
Oh, Jason, clip that one.
Can you give me another question? Can you give me another question?
Yeah. I got a question for you, Scotty.
You want the truth.
Yeah, I'm not ready for the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Up next, group number 2, Kicker AFT Singles. We are in qualifying. Don't forget to stop by the Midway and get that brand new Liva t-shirt. Or get that brand new t-shirt over there just on the other side of the Grand. How many t-shirts did you get so far?
I've got 2 this weekend so far.
I've got 2 new shirts too.
Okay.
One's a fancier shirt from Tommy. One's a t-shirt.
Did you get the Mies one or the American Flat Tracker?
That's a secret.
Okay. I need to go get the onesie for the baby coming up.
When is your baby coming?
October, end of the year.
Boy or girl?
Girl.
All right.
So.
Is she going to be a racer?
Hope not.
All right. They're getting ready to send the bikes out. Are you ready for the second group? Here they come. 91, Justin Jones is going to lead them. Well, how much of a good practice start are you going to take right now, if that's you, if you're going out there? On a 450, I think you got to get a good practice start.
It depends, Scotty. It depends where you want to be on the track. Like Carver completely skipped his. And also another point with Carver, maybe he skipped it to save the clutch on the XG because we know how finicky they are.
Kelleher forgot that they needed to do a practice
We got to do some tisks.
Either that or they didn't go to the riders meeting.
That could be too.
I mean, if you go.
I mean, we do this though. We did this yesterday. We did this 24 hours ago.
I know, but we were here. It seems like we're still sitting in the same spot.
It does feel like that. Bolak. I hope Bolak tries to get a good start, but it's going to be Page.
91, Justin Jones. Here comes Bodie Page already shoving up the inside, but Jones says you're not going underneath.
Yeah, I thought he was going to try to get right underneath him there.
Side by side, off and forward. Now Bodie Page goes to lead. Now if you're Justin Jones, what are you going to do?
Try to go. I would probably try to follow him a little bit. Yeah, there's no point in going back and forth with him. You're just going to ruin both your laps, especially this being the freshest track we have. Everyone third there just got absolutely blasted.
Ryder Reese is right behind
those two were going back and forth in that LCQ.
You raced against him? He's from there. New York.
No, too young. Bodie Page.
You're too old.
I guess you could say that.
Bodie Page what?
Already breaking away from these guys. Let's see, already timing into fourth.
Oh, he about threw it away.
I was looking up at the board, didn't see that one.
He about threw it away.
Yeah, you're going to get a little bit of everything with Bodie Page. That's what Kyle Johnson and Brian Bigelow were talking about. Brian's told Kyle, you're going to get everything with him. You might be changing some parts. You might be pulling him out, but you could be on the back of the thing getting a victory. That Bodie is a wild card.
Uh-oh, some smoke from the 41.
Yeah, I think so.
He's got to feel it, right?
It's going to be slow. It's going to be tying up big time.
Ryder Reese's bike is throwing smoke. It's up high on the, looks like mostly on the left side. The good news is the track will hold it. Bad news is he's probably going to blow that thing up. If it runs out of oil, it's not going to keep going. Here he comes.
It looked like it was coming out of the exhaust at first, but
he's not letting off. This is qualifying. He wants to get a good lap in before it lets go.
He's already got the lap, probably.
Eighth right now. There he goes. He's smoking more when he lays it over to the left. Maybe just a gasket. No, it's up high on the left side.
That's a lot of smoke, though.
High on the left side.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a gasket somewhere up by the head or
gasket, yeah.
the cam cover, potentially.
Jones followed him up in the deep stuff. There's the black flag for the 41. He takes a look down. Yeah, he does the right thing, gets out of the way, try to get it blowed down, try to get out of the way. So he knows he's looking down. I think he knew something was going on. It was that first lap when we first saw it? Maybe the second lap.
It was the second lap coming around right here. It just kind of spews out.
There it goes.
Right out, yeah, that is out of the exhaust.
But in a different shot, it looked like it was coming out right underneath the radiator shroud. It's hard to tell. He got an 8th quick lap so far, so if he hangs on to that, that'll be a front row start of a heat race.
Good enough.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, we got some fast ones coming up in the next session. Jones got a tear off sitting right there on his right bicep.
Probably
frustrating.
So he did the right thing. He showed the bike off. He's pushing it backwards. I think that's very smart.
You see the black flag, you got to stop.
Well, I would, but
most of the time.
Some people keep going.
Probably talked about that at the riders meeting today. I would guess.
Hopefully he's got another backup bike. Fastest bike on the track right now, Bodie Page, the 165 is 4th quick, 26.053. Checkered flag is out. He's taking the checkered flag. So the quickest that was on the racetrack, 165. Bodie Page is 4th. Tom Drain still your fast qualifier. One more group to go in round number 1. That will be for the Kicker AFT singles class. Fast time 25.645 around the Allen County Fairgrounds. Ryder Reese has that long walk back to the pits. The next group will be the 252. That's Dylan Cunningham. 117, Jet Katarzi. 89, Trevor Martin. 43 is Jacob Van de Kooi. You said they kind of tuned themselves out of the race last night on the 43 bike?
Hey, just so you know, I'm circling back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Jason, I hope you're listening to producer Jay. Brandon Robinson was on the same side with me. He said KTM as well.
On what?
On the manufacturer getting their first win here at Lima.
Oh, so is before that, you think?
So no. Then he said that's the night Dallas smoked us all.
Okay, yeah, it was because Robinson won here in 12.
Yeah, no, it was
2024,
but we thought it was the KTM. So I was just defending myself, saying that there was 2 of us that were on the KTM boat.
Okay, I got you. So you're just trying to cover your tracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking Brandon down with me. He didn't need to provide that information, but I'm taking him down to the ship with me.
All right, ask Brandon what's going on with the 123. That's our inside scoop right there. Again, Group 3 is up next. Cunningham is on the 252. Jet Katarzi, 117. 89, Trevor Martin. 43, Jacob Van de Kooi. 277, Aiden Savage. 93, Caleb Martin. 112, Gabriel Boisvert. 122 is Conby. 210 is Sengels. And we believe the other Cunningham is out there, too, because he's on the list, but he's not on our sheet. So Dylan and Tyler are both out there in this one. The older brother is Dylan. Tyler is also out there on the 225. So Group 3 is getting set to go. Looks like the sun's out a little bit right now.
It is, yeah. Just poked its neck out and going to get us a little more water down on it.
You can go outside and get some. There's Tom Engelhart right there. I see Tom. What's going on, buddy?
Looks like producer Jay.
Yeah, they're related. They're in the ZZ Top Club. Distant cousins. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Again, Group 3 is ready. Again, they drag the track and water the track after every session here at Lima. Colby, have you thought of any baby names just yet?
No, Scotty, no.
For a little girl?
Yeah, no.
Scotty,
yeah, no, I
Why
don't think so. I get to say your name a lot on the weekends. I love it. You know, I love coming to the races and doing this with you, but I think during the week, Scotty's probably not it.
All right, what's a good girl's motorcycle name? I think we need something
maybe
good.
golf. Oh, Johnny.
One of our replay operators on the other side of the truck suggested Johnny.
I would guess that Yeah, I was going to say it's probably Johnny, huh?
Ironically, his name is Johnny.
The guy barely made it in from Rome. Have you ever heard of someone flying from Rome to Lima, Ohio?
He's the only person ever.
Yeah, and he's in a better mood today, not quite as jet-lagged.
Yeah, you just ruined next year's trivia question. Good job, Colby. Gabrielle.
Oh, wow. The
Would that be called Gabby?
I'm going to...
Gabby Carlisle?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we need some more females on our production team to have some more better name options.
I think we need to ask Erica then.
Can we go Sable?
Sable's in the other side of the truck. I like that.
We got Erica. Jamie had her this year. Maddie, she was great.
Chatty Maddie. There you go. Just name her Chatty.
All the way back when I couldn't talk at the beginning of the year. We've had a lot of different female talents with us this year. Ricky Rackman can't.
What, he goes from female to Ricky Rackman. Yeah. Well, how about Ricky?
There's so much going on. So you guys at home, we got a lot going on in these ears. I'm not only listening to Scotty Dubler, by the way.
Are you sure?
I hope not. Mrs. Doubtfire has made her way, though. She's not here with us anymore.
Back? Did she leave?
She's out roaming around.
And she did a good job with some of our PA reads.
Yeah, not with us right now.
All right, so this next group number 3, are you try to space yourself out? You want to be close together? What do you want to do?
Oh, always pace yourself out. With the practice start, though, if I'm one of the guys that's qualified, got the sheets right here we're looking at. If I'm one of the guys that's qualified towards the back, well, a lot of these people just don't have points, so then you go by the order of when you sign up. So if I'm one of the guys that signed up, say, like Jackson Sangles, and I want to go out towards the front, just pull up really quickly alongside everyone and then take your practice start first or almost just skip the practice start.
So my Aunt Connie said Dakota.
Dakota.
And I was thinking a long time ago, like if I had a girl, another girl, I was thinking Daytona.
Oh, wow.
I like that as a name.
You like Daytona?
I do. I definitely do.
The city?
No, the name.
Yeah. You must like the city, though.
No, I don't like the city. I'm talking about a name. Caitlin Osberg voting for Olivia.
Ooh, Olivia. I got a little baby cousin named Olivia, so unfortunately, that one's off.
Here goes group number 3.
That's the second time. Oh, carry on.
Carry on, young guns. There goes side by side. 89 looking up the inside. Martin trying to get by the 117. Jet Katarzi. Katarzi up the inside, going back by the 89 of Martin. Trevor Martin. Martin at the outside.
We are having fun, Scotty.
We are having fun. Tarsi's looking at the bottom. Trevor Martin going around the outside. While they're jumping up to 17th out there.
Yeah, a little bit of signs of life there. We expected him to be fast, being one of those Canadian riders coming down here. Haven't really seen a lot and said a lot of his name yet.
A lot of people ask me where Jared Vanderpool was when he was here. His little brother's on the track right now, but Jared just doesn't like cushion tracks. And how is that even legal? If you're born in Ohio, how is it legal to not like a cushion track?
I don't know. It's kind of like one of those things where your parents are really good at something and they kind of try to get you into it, and then you pull away from it. So Jared being in Ohio, having to race cushions all the time, just maybe get away from it. But Jared's got a way bigger job this weekend. Jared's little brother, Jacob, the star of the family now, direct transfer into the main event from the heat race. First time he's ever done that. Unfortunately, tuner Jared had a little bit of a wrong direction in the tuning setup for the mains with Jacob saying, but I don't know. We'll figure it out between those two later.
Another one coming in. Colbert Carlisle.
Colbert. French.
Boy, it's got an apostrophe E at the end, so maybe I'm saying it wrong.
You're saying it wrong for sure.
Colbert Carlisle. Colbert. I don't know, man.
I like the name suggestions.
That's Alan from Racing Unlimited.
Even if I did know, I couldn't say it.
Yeah. Nate Dogg says Cold Dog.
Cold Dog. I've already got that one.
That's already you? I thought you were the flying tomato. I mean, the announcing tomato.
Back on business, how about Centel up to 6th?
He likes this track.
Yeah, he's going good. Something about us flying home with his dad all the time.
Yeah.
Eisenhart, Trevor Martin back there in 15th.
Ryder Reese still had that mechanical. He's still in 8th right now. That's still good enough for a front row. If he has another bike or if he can fix that one, the primary bike. How hard was it to jump on a backup bike?
It depends team to team, right? I mean, bigger teams will have your backup bike almost identical to your main bike. You'll have people changing sprockets and everything according with your main bike. On the smaller teams, you'll pretty much always have to go back, change sprockets, change wheels.
Yeah, I think I only had one set of sprockets. Maybe for a couple of the popular sprockets, I might have a spare wheel with another one sitting there ready to go. Very seldom, like when I was on a road tax, I don't think I had two of very many things. Small fry over here.
Thought it was tight.
That's right. This is some good passes for the lead early on. Jet Catarzi goes up the racetrack, pushes Trevor Martin up high.
Jet looking over, a lot of looking over the wrong shoulders for these guys.
That happened a lot last night in the main event. So qualifying round 1 is in the books. There's Jet Catarzi from Tracy, California, in the First Impressions Husqvarna team. He's one of the other riders that moved up from our 450 AFT Pro Sport class into the Kicker AFT Singles class. And I said it before, and I love that class. I think it's working out. Moving up from the Pro Sports to the singles class.
Yeah, I would have loved to have it. That's something to be able to race these tracks with this level of prep. And I kind of wish we had him racing here tonight.
How's Jenna doing? She liking the names or not liking the names?
She must have just tuned in because she asked if we're talking about baby names.
We are talking about baby names. My daughter's already got one picked out, but I'm not giving it away.
See,
I don't want you to take it.
Yeah, okay.
See? I'm going to be grandpa. I could be your dad.
We've gone that way before.
At the airport.
To get a discount, yeah.
At the
car in line, anything.
Car rental store.
AARP, I said, Dad over here.
Sign me up.
2-for-1 buffet special at Golden.
That's right. When are we going to the Midway? I'm hungry.
Pickle pizza's coming up.
All right.
All right, what's the surprise so far, Scotty, today? I think that lap time by Tom Drain's pretty significant.
Here's a surprise the other direction. Trevor Bruner, 13th quick.
I think that's got to do with...
They're struggling on the motorcycle. They're trying to ride a Honda. They were trying to put Bryson Porter's Honda, an amateur rider, trying to put his Honda back together. They got some stuff switched over, and that bike wouldn't start.
You asked me a question a second ago about switching from your main bike to your backup bike.
Yeah.
This is a way more significant switching from a Yamaha to a Honda, especially not being your own motorcycles, because you haven't had control. Like, Bruner's been building this bike and getting this engine layout exactly how he's wanted it to be for quite a while now, so he knows how the power curve is. Now he's hopping on someone else's bike, so he might not have the level of built engine that he needs. He might have the suspension from a different builder than what he normally wants.
Honda and Yamaha are easier, I think, than going from like a Honda or Yamaha to a KTM, because it's a completely different frame.
Yes.
For handling, right?
Yes and no, a little. I mean, the Yamaha has the backwards engine. It's
okay, I got you.
I would say maybe a little bit like a Kawasaki, Suzuki. I don't know. They're just so different. They all handle so different. And the steel frames with the Austrian brand motorcycles very different. Like Cage Tadman hopped on from the steel frames to the aluminum frame Hondas this year, and he's finally come to grips with it. But I think a little bit with him, after talking with some of those guys, is now he's just feeling more comfortable asking for changes. And before, he was never on a big team, so he didn't. When you come from being a privateer, you're spending your parents' money, basically. So you don't want to make changes because you see your parents already giving up so much to be able to do it. So now that he's on a team, he kind of had that mindset where you need to break that. You need to say, hey, you're paying me to be here. I need this, this, and this to perform doing this, where I don't think he was in that mindset quite at the beginning of this year.
Well, and think about it, too, like the teammates might like their bike set up differently, and maybe they just set that bike up originally how their teammate was riding it.
Yeah.
And for him to ask for a change, he might not think that's the right change because that's not what his teammate's doing.
If I could go back in my career, I would ask for a lot more changes, doing different things, trying different things. And I think I was a little complacent at times, kind of like what I'm talking about potentially maybe Cage was doing at the beginning part of this year, just going with the flow, because you don't want to ask for too much. You're already so grateful to be there, so to just keep asking, and the team wants you to ask, you know? If you're being respectful and you're doing your job, they want you to succeed.
Absolutely, because it makes them look better, too. So the drags will pull off. The water truck will make another lap. Got another name coming in from Fast Eddie. Says, old-time name Sheila. Sweet little Sheila.
My wife's listening now, so I'm done commenting. I'm just going to let her start taking notes.
Until she says no?
Yeah.
All right.
Sheila.
I think that was what he wanted to name me if I was a girl.
I got a good last name, so if we can get a good first name.
What's your wife's last name?
Carlisle. So you can get a good first name to go along with that.
I was just waiting to see what you're going to say. Make sure you got it right.
I didn't know which way you were going with that.
Keep up, Colby.
I've been keeping up. Hey, does anyone know what place Sammy Helbert got racing over in Europe today?
I don't know.
Somebody will know.
That's a good question. He's running the FIM.
Racing over there on
flat track.
Very unique motorcycle with a cart. Speaking of steel and aluminum frame, Sammy's on a carbon fiber frame.
What?
Carbon fiber.
How do you do that?
You put a lot of carbons with a lot of fibers.
And a lot of money. So the water truck will pull off. That's Scott Metzger, a third-generation water truck driver. When he pulls off, the bikes will come out. Up next, our final round of qualifying for our Mission AFT Super Twins. Again, after the qualifying is all done, we'll have an open paddock area. There are 2 open paddock areas today. They call them the pit party, the fan walk, 5:30 to 6:30 today. There's one a little bit later on called intermission from about 8 to about 8:30, right around there. So 2 chances as the bikes roll onto the racetrack. Final round of qualifying. 3, Briar Bauman. 12, Cody Kopp. 1, Dallas Daniels. 67, Davis Fisher. 48, Trent Lowe. 26, Aiden Roos Evans. 25, Ben Lau. 79, Dalton Gautier. 49, Chad Coase. And the 70 of Declan Bender. Somebody sends you a message. We're not sure who it is. Saying Shayna.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a female racing name.
That's a very good female racing name.
There you go.
I'd say the best.
The best
because I had to go against her. I told Erica yesterday that Shayna was my fiercest competitor.
I think so.
The most respectful fierce competitor.
You know, another fast lady who is here, Nicole Cheza, now Nicole Meese. She was really fast, and she also rode in the Premier class. A little bit longer than Shayna did. Shayna tried the Premier class a couple different times, but she was dominant for a while on the single.
Yeah, I never got the chance to race against Nicole, but just going up against Shayna, I still can remember the battles to this day.
Oh, Roos Evans on the ground. The 26 has hit the ground. He's reaching up now. Looks like he's trying to start it. He's looking back, trying to get out of the way. They're trying to figure out. They are going red. Red wheel and light is on. So Roos Evans trying to get the bike into neutral. He's reaching down underneath the seat, a tail section also for something. It looks a little muddy up there where he ended up. They just watered it. So if you get up off that groove, or there's not really a groove, but if you get off the riding line, get in the deep stuff. Now he's looking down again. So something's going on underneath that seat. He needs a push back. I think he wants
That's a bummer.
I think he wants to go back to the pit area.
Being P2 and qualifying 1.
He keeps, something's going on underneath the seat. I'm not sure what he's looking for. These XG 750s.
Thinking Sammy Helbert might have got a 3rd.
He's on the podium at least.
I see a bronze trophy.
He's on the podium.
Representing America well.
Yeah, still look. Something is. Yeah, he was reaching underneath that seat for something. I don't know if a wire's underneath there or maybe a plug-in for something.
Right now, Scotty, so important for him to get back to the pits because since it's a red flag situation, he might have a little bit of time to try to fix whatever the situation is. He didn't get a lap time in.
He didn't. Speaking of fast,
his chain's too tight.
Now he's looking. And speaking of fast racing ladies, there's another one that's a mechanic nowadays. The Michelle DeSalvos. We're looking at he's taking his gloves off, so he's going back to the pit area.
I don't know what the situation. I mean, he grabbed it. Is it not tracking straight or?
Watch the top of our screen, way up in front of us, going into 1. Now he's going by the lights right there. The back end stepping out, and he just low-sided.
He just loses the rear. I liked what he was doing, being all way out in the back so he get a clear lap.
Again, talking about fast ladies, one of them sticking the starter in the side of the motorcycle right there. Michelle DeSalvo used to be national number 97. I raced against her quite a bit when I was racing. She was fast too.
Not a lot of urgency, so not sure. Obviously, whatever they've happened, they can't fix that quickly.
They're pushing it back, so they'll have to rely on his time from that first round. There's Mom Lori taking a look at that momotorcycle.
I wonder if it locked up. I wonder if the engine locked up.
It was looking like underneath the seat, like for a plug-in or something. I don't know. It was really weird, but they didn't try to start it.
Yeah, the only reason I say maybe locked up because he lost the rear, and then them not even trying to start the bike back up. That
gotcha.
I don't know. I don't want to speculate too much, but we'll give one guess.
The 3, Briar Bauman, last night's winner. He's got 5 wins in a row. Right now, he's the only rider that's done 5 in a row because Ricky Graham did 5, but he went on to win 6.
Ricky Graham started right here, right?
His win streak, yeah, started right here.
I believe that's you can watch all of those races. That documentary series is on the 93 season where it starts here. I think it's on the 93 season. But the documentary, the Ricky Graham documentary on YouTube, I highly advise if you guys have a little break after qualifying practice, go on YouTube and watch that. It's a 4-part series and it is cool.
My favorite riders
It's
all
really
time.
cool that they've got that documented for us to be able to watch.
For sure. It almost looks like his radiator's a little sideways in there.
Well, he's got a second radiator. So Breyer Bauman's got the main radiator where all the bikes have them, but he also has a lower radiator that they put on to try to help cool down in case the top one might get full.
Fisher, 67 up there in the 5th spot right now. Cody Kopp jumps into 2nd here in this final session. Again, it was fast. Oh, Fisher really scrubbed the front end going into 3. The quick time in the first round, 2:5.361. We're at 25.8 right now in this session.
Red flag really shakes up how these guys are lined up on the racetrack in the actual order they're at. Like Cody Kopp traditionally would be up with Breyer, and Dallas would be up there as well, but we don't see those guys. Right now Dallas Daniels with a good time, but first in the session, but definitely not first overall.
Dallas first, yeah, 2:5.89 in this session. There's a look at Trent Lowe. Trent's up there in the 6th spot in this round, 2:6.298 for that Honda. There he is, the big red twin. It's a Honda Hornet. Got a little bit lower line than Davis Fisher in turn 1 and 2. He's reaching up and he wipes the shield. Maybe he's out of tear offs. No, I still see a tear off on the left side.
Yeah, it might have just been just enough flecks of dirt to kind of upset him, but he's probably gonna have to pull one now. He's got a little bit of glass going through the center of that corner.
White flag is out. Final qualifying round here. Mission Super Twins.
These are expensive, Scotty.
Tear off?
That's like pulling those laminated ones. Every time you pull one's $1 bill.
What?
Every time you pull a laminated tear off's $1 bill.
I'm ready to go out there and start picking them up and watch
the ROI. Yeah,
selling
I'm paying you a quarter. I'm getting them 75 cents on the dollar.
We'll go out there. We'll sell them. Slightly used tear-offs.
Trent kind of coming in real low there, and you see him as soon as he hits that wall of cushion. He can't, when he's coming in low like that, it makes the bike drift up. He hits that wall of cushion. You see it upset the chassis a little bit.
It's like throwing out a parachute.
Just curious when we're going to see him get back to the form that we know he can be at.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it seemed like when they switched chassis not that long ago, he started going faster. Here's Breyer on the 3 bike.
Makes it look so easy.
Looking for 6 in a row.
Oh, look at how good he got it turned. He literally came off on that lower berm. Yeah, I was talking about it last night with one of the top riders, and I was just, we couldn't believe how good Breyer is and how easy he makes it looks at times, and it kind of frustrated me. I wish I could have been that good. I mean, he's going for 6 in a row. He's going to try and break the record of Ricky Graham. That's my favorite rider.
Well, he'll tie Ricky with 6 in a row, but he will break Ricky. Right now, they're tied. Him and Ricky Graham are tied with 39 wins, 5th all time. If he wins tonight or his next win, will put him ahead of Ricky Graham. All right, drags are back on the racetrack. When we come back, it'll be time for group number 2, final round of qualifying, Mission AFT Super Twins here in Lima.
There's no better place to celebrate the 4th of July than the legendary DuQuoin Mile. Progressive American Flat Track returns to one of the most historic venues in motorsport for an unforgettable night of racing. Watch the stars of the sport go bar to bar on the famous Mile Oval. Then stay for a spectacular fireworks display to end the evening. World-class racing, family fun, American tradition. Experience one of Southern Illinois' premier 4th of July celebrations, the DuQuoin Mile, July 4th. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com.
Racing is all about performance, speed, precision, and pushing the limits. Aeroflex brings that same mindset to liquid packaging with a design that's lighter, tougher, and better for the planet. Simply tear the tab, squeeze, and experience a better way to package liquids. Today's Progressive American Flat Track race is being streamed live and on demand on FloRacing, part of the Flo Sports Network. With a FloRacing subscription, you get access to all Flo Sports sites. That's over 25 sports. Never miss a moment. With over 20,000 events per year, in-depth coverage, behind-the-scenes access, original documentaries, highlights, breaking news, and more. Visit FloRacing.com to learn more and sign up today. That's FLORacing.com. Rev up those taste buds with Mission Foods. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you take your race day to the finish line. Now that's too fast, too tasty. The founder of Arai Helmet was the man who created the first motorcycle helmet in Japan to protect his own head, and as a result, launched the Japanese motorcycle helmet industry. Arai focuses on glancing off performance, accumulating small differences decade after decade to further ride protection. Learn more at AraiAmericas.com.
When performance is everything, protection matters. Maverick Lubricants delivers advanced protection for every engine you depend on. Built for pressure, built to last. From the highway to the track to the job site. Stay ahead with Maverick Lubricants. Moving with Maverick.
Flat Track fans, keep the momentum going. Parts Unlimited proudly supports American Flat Track. When it's time to ride, wrench, or upgrade, choose a local dealer featuring Parts Unlimited. Parts Unlimited, we support the sport. Racing is all about performance, speed, precision, and pushing the limits. Aeroflex brings that same mindset to liquid packaging with a design that's lighter, tougher, and better for the planet. Simply tear the tab, squeeze, and experience a better way to package liquids.
Welcome back to the Super.com Lima Half Mile presented by Drag Specialties, powered by Schluter Systems. We got some more names coming in, Colby. Ian Riley says, if we're talking about names, how about Barbara Fritchie Carlisle? The Barbara Fritchie runs the 4th of July every year in Frederick, Maryland. He said it had something to do with something happened in the battle in the turn 1 fence.
I came into turn 1 a little bit hot. We didn't have the air fence. I hit some. I went up the hay bales, got lodged kind of between a telephone pole and the actual fencing itself, and the fencing hit me in a place where no guy ever wants to be hit. So I guess Barbara Fritchie might be kind of fitting. That's pretty funny. My grandma was named Barbara.
There you go. Group 2, final round of qualifying. Mission AFT Super Twins, 24 Hunter Bauer, 9-11 on the screen. Henry Wiles, 14 Logan McGrain, 34 Cam Smith. 92, Brandon Price. 62 is Dan Bromley. 27, Wyatt Vaughn. 11, Daniel Poole. 57, Ian Wolf on the Honda. 123, the Wizard, Jeffrey Carver Jr. 20 total bikes attempting to qualify for the main event tonight.
6-shooter. You call him Freight Train. I kind of like the 6-shooter, but I think he needs to back it up with another one. That was still crazy, him grabbing that win there at Budds Creek in the Mission Challenge and turning around and just shooting the field.
The first one he made, he goes out there and wins. It's pretty cool.
I've never done it.
Speaking of shooters, one of the best pool players in the town of Lima is outside this truck
Mike,
right
yeah,
now.
he's
Mike is here. They said he was undefeated last night.
30 games.
Because I didn't show up. Yeah. They didn't text me or you.
He's lucky my mechanic didn't show up. Chase would have laid waste to him.
He's lucky Fast Eddie was.
All right, back to business. Cameron Smith out front. Good to see him here.
Oh, Vaughn just about throws it away on the gold taped up motorcycle number 27.
KTM, he's on those first impressions bikes that he ended up buying now. Not sure who the sponsor is.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get there. But someone bought him those bikes, or he worked hard to get them, and moved over from the Kawasaki's that he's been on to the KTM package, so not sure if he's liking those more or maybe still trying to get used to them.
4th now, Henry Wiles in this round, 26.103. Right behind him, Chad Coast, 26.107. And behind him, the Wizard, Jeffrey Carver's up to 6, which knocks Davis Fisher all the way down to 7th in this round.
Kind of surprised by Price right now. He's a very good Lima half-mile rider, sitting back there in 14th, very uncharacteristic. Not sure if maybe he's still got some lingering effects. I mean, that crash he had out in California was a big one, and maybe I think he's back on his J&M chassis. Yeah, it looks like he is. Yesterday, we were kind of messing around trying to, that C&J, a little bit shorter of a bike. They thought maybe that would help him and Declan, but didn't work out quite the way. But how about this guy, Dan Bromley, coming here today? Had to work yesterday, came here to play with us today.
And he's got a wedding tomorrow. He's all over the place.
Jeffrey Carver, good to see him able to get back out here in this session, and his time will hold up pretty well, I believe, from that first qualifying group. So the track has slowed down.
There's Dan the Man, the only Suzuki out here racing today as the white flag is out.
Got trials boots on. Speaking of boots, so those are in between motocross and road race. Those are more flexible than motocross, but still not as loose. And the road racing boots, I mean, seriously, almost like soft, some of them. They're just, you have so much flexibility. Ask my right ankle how I know.
Remember, he got his foot ran over and cut his foot
Sliced
down
it.
in Daytona. That's why I'm thinking motocross boots. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Checker.
He just tried to grab the checkered flag
course,
from Big P.
That's Dan.
Yeah.
That is just Dan Bromley. He's always having fun.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad we had that on camera.
I hope we can get a replay of that. That was funny. We're at the Allen County Fairgrounds, Lima, Ohio, the Ohio National, always the last weekend of June. I'm so used to saying the last Saturday in June. The last few years we had doubleheader.
My pickle pizza right down there. Oh, here's the replay.
Let's see. Oh, this is Cam Smith and Vaughn. This is when Vaughn gets a little bit sideways, I think. There he goes, gets upset out of the saddle.
Hits a little hole.
Grabs a handful. So, you know, these bikes plug into a computer when they come off the racetrack. Do the smaller teams have the same ability? Do they do that too?
Yeah, well, here's the grabbing the checkered.
Look at Dan reaching for that checkered flag. That is hilarious.
Yeah,
I wish he would have grabbed it.
That would have been great. Well, no, because then the rest of the field would have just kept going. We might have thought it was funny, maybe Big P, but probably not the rest of them. But yeah, every team can go back basically and be able to plug in. Now, the difference is if you have a guy or a female that knows how, Michelle DeSalvo, speaking of her, she does the data on their team. If you've got someone back in your pit crew that's able to actually analyze it, understand it, and make appropriate adjustments, otherwise you're just wasting your time and going in the wrong direction.
So when they plug it in, what are they looking for?
Yeah, you'll pull up a lot of things. I mean, one thing that I always liked was seeing rev limiter, seeing how long, the amount of time you were on the rev limiter. Some people have GPS data in there, so you can see actually like a 3D map of the racetrack, and you can overlay your data on it. But then also a lot of the teams too, not so much today, but on like a slippery racetrack, you might, just pull some timing out of it, slow it down, and take the power away from it.
Track prep goes on when we come back. Kicker AFT Singles up next for their final round of qualifying.
Royal Enfield, the oldest motorcycle manufacturer in continuous production, is celebrating its 125th anniversary, delivering an exciting year of events, rides, and racing. The 2026 Moto Anatomy powered by Royal Enfield features champion Johnny Lewis serving as coach to the new lead rider, Evan Renshaw. In addition, Royal Enfield once again features a new lineup of build, train, race, all-female flat-track racers that compete on the AFT Pro Circuit throughout the year. Visit RoyalEnfield.com to find a Royal Enfield dealer to demo the ever-growing lineup of premium-styled, incredibly affordable motorcycles, including the new Classic 650. Learn more about the past, present, and future of Royal Enfield on its social media channels and discover ways to join its 125th anniversary celebration activities in 2026. Royal Enfield, pure motorcycling since 1901. Freedom on the road starts with the right coverage. That's why so many riders depend on Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Visit Progressive.com to customize your policy and get great coverage, low rates, and a quote in just 3 minutes. Kicker Performance Audio is your fuel for living loud and a proud supporter of American Flat Track, the original extreme sport. 50 years and counting, Kicker has been the world leader in audio gear for cars, trucks, motorcycles, and America's roads. Kicker Audio is living loud.
Strider balance bikes are the best way to teach young children to ride ridiculously early.
Right now, as it heads on down to the line, Johnson. Here comes company. Johnson's got a dive bomber on the inside.
While they are busy having a blast, they're also continuing to develop fundamental riding skills like balance, leaning, and steering. And when your not-so-little one is ready for a bigger bike, the Strider 14X takes the baton. But remember, it's just the beginning of many adventures ahead.
Mission Foods is proud to be the official tortilla and tortilla chip company of American Flat Track. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission has the products you need to take your race day to the finish line. Now that's too fast, too tasty. Born in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains, Sugarlands is a family-owned, award-winning house of spirits. They craft moonshine, sippin' creams, and more, rooted in Appalachian tradition, and are proud to be the official moonshine of Progressive American Flat Track. Explore the lineup at sugarlands.com. Win every race with VP Racing. VP Power Sports lubricants are designed for maximum performance and protection. Formulated specifically for 2-stroke and 4-stroke applications, VP offers a wide line of oil blends and weights that can give you the edge and performance you need. Learn more at vpracingfuels.com.
Welcome back, AFT Singles. It's the Kicker AFT Singles class. Final round of qualifying. Drain out in front, 2.5.823 the last time by. This is group number 1 in our final qualifying session. They're looking to beat a 2.5.645 from the first round, so the track is slowed down just a little bit. Maybe it had something to do with the sun being out.
Yeah, it could have been. I think probably more or less just the amount of laps going on. That track might be getting a little bit rougher. Cushions going up too high, maybe brushing it off just a little bit. Not necessarily brushing it all the way off, but the cushion's just going higher where these guys don't want to be up that high.
You can see the wetness here on the front straight, but when they get in the corners, it's a little bit dry.
I was talking to Coolbeth last night afterwards, and I was, because he's on the Turner Racing team, and I said, oh, I can't believe that Walker Porter was going as fast as he was with how high he was riding. These 450s typically don't have the steam and the power underneath them to be able to ride that high, pull out through the cushion, and keep up with the middle to low line.
So Dean Gallup, the longtime promoter of the Lima Half Mile, was injured at a fall at his house. We're sending him prayers to his family and to him for a speedy recovery. Dean was the one who started the Lima Half Mile back in 1984. Had been on the screen right now. The 28 was going good last night, fell off in this heat race, had a restart, started at the back, and still got up and still got second last night. That was the ride of the night.
Yeah, in that heat race, it was great. Unfortunately, Mike Turner mentioned it earlier. Hopefully they can translate it a little bit better to the main event, but just wasn't able to do it there.
Had been looking good. Right at the edge, the deep stuff. Here comes Sadoff.
Magnets in qualifying and practice for these two.
28 and 88 through the big teams.
Trevor Bruner down on the bottom of the timesheet. Uncharacteristic for us to see that.
Actually, the top 3 are the 3 big teams in our singles class. Drain on the Essence and Yamaha, Tadman on the Turner Honda, and Sadoff on the First Impressions Husqvarna. This is yesterday. Watch the 28, the bike on the right side of the screen. This is a heat race in the singles class. And there it goes. The back end just steps away and he goes around, but he hangs onto the handlebars. But while he did that, the left foot gets trapped underneath those handlebars and the radiator shroud.
Yeah, I had to wait to get some assistance to help get the bike off and get him back up and going again. And just that first lap must have been chaotic for him.
Yeah, at what point, Colby, do you let go of the handlebars when you fall off?
Don't ask me. I took mine right into the wall last time. Last time I fell off the side of mine, I took mine right to the concrete. I tried never. Yeah, I never tried to let go of the handlebars.
I never wanted to let go either. I also wanted to pull in the clutch and keep the bike running.
You got to be careful with the clutch, because if your finger gets caught between that clutch lever and that handlebar, it'll take that thing right off.
Let me see. You got all your fingers? He's got one crooked.
Yeah.
Now, can we come to the booth
If you want to
right
go
now?
box and box,
Yeah,
this is a prime example of not letting go of the handlebars on a racetrack.
Of course, now they're not listening to
Right.
us. When we want them to come to the booth,
But yeah,
they're taking a break.
I think if you can hold on to the bars,
yeah, there it is.
So that is a perfect example of not letting go of the bars.
That's as straight as it goes?
That's it. It's stuck like that. That's a Springfield Mile incident, unfortunately.
Guardrail or ground?
Ground.
You fell off and hit the ground and did that.
Held onto the bars the whole way.
All right. So
didn't work out. So kids, don't listen to me.
So I was always taught when you fall off, pulling the clutch, because when you're sliding, you can pull in the clutch and possibly, hopefully, get up and keep going.
Hey, pulling the clutch, you're going to get a blood blister potentially like this. I got it all going on.
I thought you were writing on your finger with Sharpie.
You need
or
anything else? I can probably help you with it.
What else? What happens when you hit the wall with your legs first?
Yeah, I don't want to stand up and show the scars, but we've got enough of those.
Worst wreck? Is that what Kansas City?
Yeah, that was
Charlotte.
bad. No.
Charlotte?
Kansas City, yeah.
Okay.
By far worst wreck. We were talking about it last night. Me and Nick Henderson, Cole Zabala and me collected together in the same crash but separate incidents. He crashed just before me.
And then you followed him into the wall or what? Monkey see, monkey do?
We might have got a little assistance with some antifreeze. I don't know. It wasn't great, though. I'll tell you. I don't remember it.
Really?
Yeah. No. Scotty,
no.
Thank God I had an Arai helmet on. I hit a wall at like 75 mile an hour head on.
Worst injury was the ankle, though?
I broke my back with that, too.
Back and ankle?
Back, ankle, and my forehead, yeah. All of it in one.
That's a lot.
Bad day.
We're having some fun today.
Yeah, we are. We're about to have more fun, though. I think we got a cool guest coming up here in a second.
Yeah, all right. They're trying to get him lined up, and there he is. There is the wizard, Jeffrey Carver. He's usually one of the crowd favorites wherever he goes. He's saddled back on a motorcycle today. Erica is with Jeffrey Carver Jr.
Absolutely, guys. Jeffrey, despite some time away, your crew chief, Ben Evans, said you picked up right where you left off on the bike earlier this week.
Yeah, thanks. You know, I think life's about pursuing your passions. And people ask me, are you coming out of retirement? And I'm like, I never said that. And to me, it's like heart and mental. And I love this sport. I love coming here. That's why I came to Lima. And that's why I'm here.
And in your first outing, did you expect to hold the #2 qualifying position?
Not many expectations, just go do my thing. Like Springfield, we went out there. I slept in my van. My truck was broke down in the middle of the Springfield track. And we went out and fast qualified the thing and won the Dash for Cash. So I think when I ride with my heart, keep that forward. It's not about racing everybody else. It's just about doing my job and doing what I know how to do best.